Hi, good morning and welcome everyone to join our RoboCup Malaysia Open 2025 online outreach. I am Cindy from MAS and together with me we have Dr. Jeffrey.
Hi everyone. Good morning everyone. Welcome back to RoboCup Malaysia Open 2025 online outreach, and today is specifically for the Major League. Yesterday we have done for the Junior League, and we have explained in a very overall and also in detail about the rules and everything. Today similarly we will do the same thing, but we will focus on the league, especially for the Major League category. Right. First of all, let me explain the agenda today. This will be the outline. Similar to yesterday, we divided our Major League outreach to be two sessions, right? We have the morning session and also we have the afternoon session. And in the morning session, basically, we will go through the overall. We introduce MAS, introduce RoboCup, introduce about Malaysia Open 2025, and then we'll focus on the Major League Hackathon, Inspiring Innovation Challenge, and also the Symposium, right? So these are the content that we'll cover this morning. And then in the afternoon, we will focus on the RoboCup at home education and at home simulation hackathon, that is the at home series. And we put it in the afternoon because we also inviting one of our OC for at home league that will come in and join us in this online session to share with you more in-depth details about the competition, how are we going to run the competition, and what kind of rules, which rules we follow the international, what are the adaptations that we do for the local event. Okay, so this will be the arrangement for our Major League online outreach for today in the morning session and in the afternoon session. Okay, so before I start, let me also explain about the flow of this online outreach. So basically, we will go through all the materials and we will do explanation by different people and so on based on the content. But you will have a chance to interact with us by the end of each section. Okay, so we will open up Q&A time for you to ask questions. So because of that, we want to ensure the smooth transition of all the content. So please refrain from turn on your microphone or camera during our explanation. So please off everything. Okay. Just in case that you accidentally turn on your microphone, our admin also will shut off your microphone. This is to ensure that smooth explanation from our side. But don't worry, we assure you that in each of the section, we will have time for you to interact with us, which is during the Q&A time. We will open up the floor for you to ask questions. So in each of the section, you just need to record down. If just in case that you worry that you might not remember your question, you can always post it in the chat box. Okay, you can always post it in the chat box, and Cindy will take note on your inquiry, and we will answer you during the Q&A session. Okay, in each of the section, we will have a break and allow for interaction. Okay, so basically that is the arrangement. And one more thing for privacy concern, this whole online outreach will be recorded. So in fact, now it's already in recording. So we will be recorded, and also we will process it, and after that we will upload on our YouTube channel. Okay, this is to make sure that we can share this information for people who could not attend this session. Okay, now, right. Okay, and at the same time also, we would like to once again, because we still have plenty of time, so just in case that if you can see in the list that your colleague, your teammate, your mentor, or whoever that is interested in RoboCup is not yet in this Zoom meeting, please share our Zoom link to them and get them join us as soon as possible. All right. Okay, so with that, I have explained all the arrangement. Let's start with today's agenda. Okay, so we still need a formal introduction as a start. So I'm Jeffrey from MAS, and she's Cindy from MAS as well. So we are MAS stands for Malaysia AI Robotics Society, and we are a society that is registered under the Society Registration of Malaysia, and we have officially registered in 17 April of 2023, 2 years ago. All right, so this is our certificate, and we have a official name in Bahasa as well. It's called Persatuan AI Robotics Malaysia. Okay, and that in front of you on the left-hand side is our official logo. All right, so our society, we formed this society with two very important core objectives, okay, that I would like to introduce here. So these objectives are written in our constitution. So the first one is, of course, from the name, like we have Malaysia, so we focus in the Malaysia region, but not limited to Malaysia region, which I'll explain after that. Okay, we try to promote two very important elements here, which is AI, stand for artificial intelligence, and robotics. Okay, and not separately between these two, but it's a fusion of AI and robotics. Because as you know, like we actually have a lot of attention on AI-related society or development, and also based on you can see like we actually can find a lot of robotics-related society that more focus on automation, industrial robotics, etc. So for our society, we focus on the fusion of AI robotics, which is we focus on the physical side, the practical application of AI, and usually we use robotics as the platform. Okay, so that is a very rough definition of AI robotics. Okay, then in Malaysia, we have this society, we want to promote AI robotics in terms of research, development, and commercialization. Basically, almost everything, okay? Education, industry, and government, and also community. We want to build the community. Okay, so this laid out our very broad goal for our society, but it's a very niche area, I would say, for AI robotics. So that is what we want to focus on and specialize on. Okay, and the second very important core objective of our society is, of course, we want to be the organization that represent RoboCup community people in Malaysia as RoboCup Malaysia. Okay, just now I said that we focus on Malaysia, but it's not limited to just Malaysia region. It's because we understand that now it's a very globalization world. So our development and all our activities should have a lot of interaction with overseas, with international partners, etc. So similarly in RoboCup Malaysia, so we are actually part of a bigger community called RoboCup Community International. And within this international community, we are the community that is reside in Malaysia. And we officially call ourselves RoboCup Malaysia. Okay, so this is written in our constitution, and eventually, actually, we already gotten our authorization of using this officially by the RoboCup Federation, which is a RoboCup International. Okay, so for more information about our MAS society, please, you can visit the link down there. The domain is very easy to remember, is My AI Robot. So it's My Malaysia AI Robot, right? .org. Okay, so you can go to the website, you can look at our membership. Our membership basically is open because this society, the nature is very academic, right? Okay, very academic. So we actually open up our membership to many academicians, professors, teachers from university, from schools as well. And major of our membership now is students, okay? Student in all levels. Whether in primary, secondary, and also university, colleges, college students, etc. So they are mainly our main membership community, right? So feel free to join us. We also open up this thing to companies that try to work together with us that concern on the AI and robotics in Malaysia, and also anyone. And of course, we also have a lot of collaboration with our local government agency, etc., and also international organization. Okay, so this society is very open, and we welcome everyone to join us, and especially to participate in our activity, which is the main discussion today, which is the RoboCup Malaysia. Okay, right. So basically, that is a very brief introduction about our society and who is the people behind this activity. Okay, so the second thing I would like to introduce here is RoboCup. Okay, so what is RoboCup? So you can go to the website, of course, international, the logo. Okay, so RoboCup is an annual international robotics competition proposed and founded in 1996, okay, by a group of university professors, right? Professor Kitano, Professor Veloso, Professor Asada, etc. So those names are very famous, especially in the field of AI and robotics, okay? Right. So we can see this is 1996, and for your information, the first ever RoboCup international competition event was hosted in Nagoya in 1997. Right, so it is a very long history international robotics event, and it happened every year. And I will say like it is a very famous robotic platform in the world now, right? So the aim of the competition is to promote robotics and AI. So we can see even as early as 1996, they already started to focus on not only just robotics, but also AI and the combination of these two, research by offering a publicly appealing formidable challenge. Okay, so it actually laid out a challenge for this competition. So the official goal of this RoboCup initiative is by the middle of 21st century, which is 2050. So it's about 25 years from now. A group of fully autonomous humanoid robot soccer players shall win a soccer game complying with the official rules of FIFA against the winner of the most recent World Cup. Okay, so in short, basically after 25 years, the goal of this RoboCup is to have a team of humanoid soccer players and win against the FIFA World Cup champion. I mean, like human team, right? So the humanoid robot team win against the human player soccer, right? So that is the grand challenge when they formed this RoboCup back in 1996. Okay, so you can see during that time they already foresee many years later we are going to have this. And after 20, I mean like from 1996 until now, is after 20 plus years, we can see what they predict. We actually have very good advancement in our technology development. As you can see today, we actually have humanoid robot, say 1-to-1 size to human that you can buy, right? Basically, it's become a product. Okay, it's not no longer just a sci-fi movie, but it is something very possible to be used as a community, as a how to say as a product of our daily life, right? Okay, because today we are talking about humanoid robot that going to work in a factory, etc. Okay, so that is something that we can see the goal direction is very accurate. And another thing is the AI development. So today we can see like things like ChatGPT, LLM model, etc. So AI have gone very, very far as compared to 20 years ago. So by combining these two, personally, I strongly believe that this goal is very achievable. Looking at, we actually still have another 25 years to go before the deadline of this goal. So I feel that this is very, very possible. So we actually think that RoboCup actually lay a very good direction, predicting and also promoting the development of AI and robotics research. So today we are going to introduce you this robotics platform and also invite you to join us together in this RoboCup competition. Okay, so enough about the definition. Let's look at a video. So maybe this will be easier, more direct visualization for you to see how RoboCup International look like. Okay, for the past 20 years. Okay, so you can see from the video got a lot of very nice video showing the actual scene in the robotics in the RoboCup competition.
RoboCup started with a very crazy idea, basically, to build a team of humanoid robots that can win against the FIFA World Champion. But I think the idea is really great because it instills a lot of long-term interesting development in robotics and AI. So over the years, RoboCup gained more and more interest. We added leagues. Initially, we had only robots moving around on wheels and simulated soccer. Now we have humanoids in different leagues. We have application-oriented leagues with rescue, with at home and at work. And we added junior for interesting young people in STEM subjects. So I think it's a really great movement.
So RoboCup started in 1997. We have the first competition in Nagoya. And after then, so we had annual event each year around the world. And we started the competition of football using the robot. But after then, we increased the domain.
In RoboCup 2016, we have close to 3,000 participants and altogether 1,200 robots.
It's exciting because we have robots playing soccer. And that in itself is exciting. And then when it happens out on the field, you get to see your research actually manifest itself in something fun.
Well, what I would like to tell young people is that whatever thing they want to do, that is something they like, and it's different to go to the school, go to the high school, go to the university, which is also important. But when they have the opportunity to apply what they are learning, I think that is really important because it's when you understand it's when the things make sense. When you actually see how the things work, you don't only see them in a book, you see how the robots work, you see how the electronics work, you learn how to develop an electronics team. You not only read about it, just learn by doing.
So the walls between humans and robots are currently falling down because the robots are getting more compliant and more safe to humans. And this is a very exciting time because you can do so many things also from an engineering part and having fascinating applications of human very tightly interacting with robots, collaborating with robots, building things together with robots. So I think this is really starting off now.
Well, in RoboCup at Work, we are using a scaled-down version of a real factory environment. You have conveyor belts, you have places where you have to pick objects, you have places where you have to place them. You can assemble things, and you can also mount things. And this is a scaled-down version of a real factory environment, real factory problems. And this is why we are appreciating the work that is being done at RoboCup at Work so much.
What is interesting about robotics is you can think about how when you try to imitate human behaviors and everything, you're actually doing something about it as well. You discover and you learn more in depth about what we do. For example, you don't really think much about how you take something, like when you want to grab something. But when you are doing this, you realize that you have to think, how would I do it and how would I make the robot do it?
RoboCup really brings the research community forward because competitions really bring out the motivation in people. People stay up forever and work on these things. And this really is very also fruitful for cooperation because everybody is in the same place. It's really exciting. And I've been doing it for long and I'll be doing it for some time.
Yeah, we're on the cutting edge and it's a really, really hard problem to, even get a robot to see a soccer ball, let alone do things around the house, pick up rubbish, etc. And being able to work on those really hard problems and then see them applied in a real world, in a situation that's going to be useful to someone, that feeling is just fantastic. You get to see, like, this is the future. We're helping build the future.
So that is the overview of RoboCup. So as you can see, it's a very international event. It's a very big event. It's like a carnival. It gone through, for international, it's about 5 days. Many multiple event running at the same time, and not only competition, but we have workshops, we have symposium, etc. So it's an event that promote and also celebrate technology development. So I would say like it's a very interesting event. So with that, we would like to focus on our development and also introduce the RoboCup Malaysia, right? So just now you see it's mostly video footage from international event. So for RoboCup, it not only have international event, okay, annually. So every year, during June, July, they will have international event all around the world. Every year rotate in different country, from the members country, right? But apart from that, we also have what we call the regional event. Okay, so regional events is something like Japan Open, Singapore Open, Thailand Open. So all the different country they have a different. So we have Malaysia Open. Okay, finally, right? Finally, after many years, so finally we have our own one in Malaysia. But for this regional, it is not just a domestic national event, okay? It is open, so which means we want the interaction not only among the domestic community, but we want the interaction. Okay, just now I saw the list of today's attendance. We actually have invited many our friends from Thai because this year we actually organized Malaysia Open somewhere in the border between Malaysia and Thai. So I'm very happy that this in this morning, so we have our friends from Thai joining together. We listen to this briefing, and we are going to have this event together, right? In August. So finally, we are running our own RoboCup Malaysia, but we also wish to make it a platform that our Malaysian community can communicate and also can interact more with our friends from outside, regardless whether you're from Thai, Singapore, Japan, Indonesia, etc. And we have very good interaction in terms of technology, in terms of research, in terms of education, etc. for this RoboCup Malaysia platform. Okay, so how we get started? So this was our brief history, how Malaysia Open established. In fact, compared to our neighboring country, Thai Open and also Singapore Open, they have been established for more than 10 plus years. So they have a very long history. But for Malaysia, we are still very young. Okay? So a few of our committee members recently, we actually involved in RoboCup activities outside of Malaysia, right? So for example, myself, I actually joined RoboCup when I was in Japan, all right? So during that time, I joined RoboCup Japan Open, and I participated in the competition, and eventually I also be part of the organizer, right? And some of our colleagues in MAS and our colleague in RoboCup Malaysia also, they have different experience in RoboCup from other countries, etc. But we agree that this is something very beneficial and good for Malaysia, and that's why during the time, so we have a somehow a very good timing that we discussed about this to bring this RoboCup back into Malaysia somewhere in 2021. Right. So during that time, we started to sit down and discuss about that. Right. Then we try to move around Malaysia. We try to gather more members, more committee members from around Malaysia, and particularly from our local university, colleges, etc. Okay. So mainly we try to get everyone to discuss about this, and yeah, we actually get a lot of very positive feedback, and a lot of people are very interested on this idea to have RoboCup Malaysia. So after about 1-2 years, we try hard to gather everyone. So in 2023, we finally form our committee member, right? So we formally do our general meeting. We have agreement from all parties, and in 2023 April, we officially register MAS. Okay, so as I explained just now, we officially register the society. So we become official that a group of people that we want to do this in Malaysia. Okay, right. So with that, we try to put down all our plan. We gather all the paperwork and so on. And in July, during the year of 2003, so we actually have RoboCup 2023 that year international in Bordeaux, France. So we bring our proposal and presented our proposal to form RoboCup Malaysia in the RoboCup International event, right? So we presented this to the Board of Trustees, and we got successfully gotten the approval and acknowledgement from the RoboCup Federation that we can officially call ourselves RoboCup Malaysia and organize RoboCup Malaysia officially in Malaysia. Okay, but of course, it also given us a responsibility that we have to host the RoboCup Malaysia Open. So that's why after we came back from France, we start to organize our organizing committee, and then we kickstart our first ever event, RoboCup Malaysia Open 2024, in March of 2004. Okay, so during that time, Mars is the main organizer, and then we actually have engaged one of our local university, which is RCMY Malaysia, to be our partnership as our host to host the event in UM campus. Okay, so we have done outreach event, and then eventually in September, we successfully organized the RoboCup Malaysia Open 2024. So it was a very nice experience to me, our committee member, and everyone, and we are very pleased for the outcome. Okay, as you can see in Malaysia Open 2024, we have gathered more than 40 teams. All right, for the first year, I think this is a very good result. We have gathered 40 teams, 200 plus participants, and also I'm very thankful to all the staff and volunteer, about 60 plus of them, that we put down a lot of effort to make this happen. And we have organized a 4 days event, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So we have a very rough estimation based on some figures. So about 1,000 plus visitors. So we have successfully outreached this idea by hosting an actual on-site Malaysia Open event, RoboCup event in Malaysia that involved so many people, and many people know about us. So during that time, we have organized, of course, RoboCup International have like 20 plus 30 events. So for the first year, we able to host part of it. Okay, so as you can see, for the major league, we have successfully organized at home. Then for the junior league, we have organized soccer, junior rescue line, junior rescue maze, and also on stage. And at the same time also, we have our localized event, which is RoboCup Malaysia Leagues. So it's a branch out from at-home education, junior soccer hackathon, junior rescue line hackathon, junior on-stage hackathon. And also we started one inspiring innovation challenge that we try to promote our technical work, all the technical work by the teams. So we want the teams to promote them in social media so that more people know what we are doing and try to spread the idea of robot and AI and robotics for more people in our community. Okay, and one more thing that I'm very proud to highlight here is like as I said, Malaysia Open is an international event. It's basically not just a domestic event. So last year we have gathered 7 country and region of teams in Malaysia. So we have teams from Malaysia, Thai, Japan, Indonesia, Macau, China, Egypt, and also Singapore. So it's a very, I would say it's a very fantastic result that we have. So that actually gives us a lot of confidence that our local community and also our friends from international are very supportive, and that gives us more confidence and also motivation to organize this year RoboCup Malaysia Open 2025. Okay, before I end the report of 2024, I just want to show you the beautiful smiles from all the past participants, and I hope you will be have the similar experience this year in Perlis. Okay, so even our symposium, the lower right-hand side photo, indicate that our community really appreciate and also join not only just the competition, but also our technical work. For example, in symposium, they present paper and so on. The participation is very active and very supportive, I would say. Yeah. And for the first photo on the top left-hand side, you can see we actually have a lot of foreign participants from Indonesia, from Macau, from Japan, etc. So it's a very nice event, I would say, and let's carry forward this experience to this year. Okay, so for 2025, so this is the arrangement. So again, MAS will be the main organizer, and this year we are partnering with another university at the top of Peninsula Malaysia, right? So it's University Malaysia Perlis in Perlis State, UNIMAP. So we partner with them, and we are going to host our RoboCup Malaysia Open 2025 in the university campus. All right. So the date is on 14th of August will be the team setup day. So it is open for all the teams, but not for the public, okay, during the 14th of August. And the team is supposed to come in and do the testing and setup of their robots, etc. So the competition will start on 15th, and then it will last for 3 days. So 15, 16, 17 of August will be in parallel, we'll run all the competition, all the leagues, okay? And then on the 18th of August, which is Monday, so 15, 16, 17 is a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right? And 18th of August is a Monday, and we are going to host our symposium. And this year's symposium are very special, which I will explain later, because we actually partner with a local international conference, okay? Right, so this is the arrangement for this year competition, and I welcome you all to join us in this August in Perlis. Okay, so for the schedule, actually before this online outreach, we have done a lot of promotional activities. For example, we have done our kickoff event in February this year. Then after that, we have run through 4 regions. Okay, our northern region, which is Perlis, and also Penang area. And then we have our central region, which is Klang Valley, right? And then we have our eastern region, Sabah Sarawak. We have our southern region, Johor, etc. So we do these outreach activities, so on site. So basically we went there and we do a very similar outreach. We explain to them the competition, the arrangement, all those things. And I would like to say thanks here to 4 of our co-hosts, okay? So we have USM, UniKL, Unimark, and UTHM to help us to actually host this outreach activity at their campus. So thanks to them, and also I hope all the people who attended the outreach, you are now in the preparation to register and also join our competition. Okay, so but last but not least, also other than on-site outreach, yesterday and today also we plan this online outreach, because we actually have a bigger audience that we reach to reach our information, which is the Junior League. Okay, because mainly the previous on-site outreach we talked more about the Major League, but for the Junior League, because it's involved like young children, school children, which is not easy for them to travel, so we make it into an online style so that we can reach more people, and more people from the school especially. And of course, we also try to do this online outreach Major League today, because we actually want to reach more international audience, which is not possible to outreach in other countries. So hopefully, like today's event, today's information will be useful for our broader audience, especially our international audience. Okay, so that is arrangement. Then we look forward after this is our August main event. Okay, so next I would like to introduce you the competition that we are going to host in this year RoboCup Malaysia Open 2025. So as you can see, we follow the international standards, so we divided our league into major leagues and also junior leagues, all right? And for junior league, we have explained yesterday, we have given the briefing yesterday. So we run the junior soccer, junior rescue line, junior rescue maze, and outstage. And for the major league, we run just one at home, although you can see this list is just like very little, but this is just the official league that we taken from international. Okay, so for your information, there are actually some adjustments that we can do as a local host, that we can add in a variation of activities or competition in our local event, all right, domestic event. So I put it in this way is just to show you that the league that we run here, we follow closely the rules of the international competition, all right? So especially over here, we follow exactly the at-home rules from the international. So that's why I arranged it this way. In fact, we actually organize more. Later on, I will show you, for example, hackathon event, variation of at-home, etc. That I'll give you more information after this. So let's look at our first major league. I would like to introduce the RoboCup at home. So the easiest way to give you a good introduction is by playing this official video of RoboCup at home overview. Okay, so let's have a look.
RoboCup at Home is about robots in domestic environments, and it's really exciting because this is something that has the largest potential, I would say, these days for new markets. And so we are creating robots that interact with humans in a home, and so we are really close to the future, I think.
Different tasks that we have at the moment are split into two sections, so to say, two phases. The first one is we benchmark singular capabilities, and we want to get some statistical results about, can the robot navigate, can it understand somebody, can it manipulate an object. And in the second phase, we combine them into complex tasks.
Yeah, we have many tasks. So basically, person recognition and object recognition and manipulation, and speech recognition, so kind of human communication.
The teams are coming here to a newly arranged arena. I have only very short time for testing, for adjusting the robotic platforms. So they really need to program robust performances. And so there's so many things that could happen in these arenas which you perhaps not have in a lab. So for example, for speech recognition, you have all the noise around here at the side, which makes it very, very difficult to understand what the humans are saying to the robot. So the objects, the robot only have a very short time for memorizing those. So they were bought here at the supermarket. So this, you cannot expect what kind of texture do the objects have, what kind of size do the objects have. So this needs to be a fast training procedure for the robot. And so the robot needs to adapt quite fast to the setup that we have here.
When we started with this robot, it was actually hardly able to do anything. Every time we started a challenge, it would basically fail. Every time we tried to grasp something, it would drop it. Every time we tried to recognize something, it recognized the wrong object or the wrong person. Eventually, after a while, things got better, and then, you notice that you get used to things not failing anymore, that you actually are able to tell the robot, grab that Coke can and bring it to me, and it works.
RoboCup at Home is very exciting because you have to integrate a lot of technologies. And I think that in some of the leagues, they focus on one or two capabilities that the robot has to be good at. But in RoboCup at Home, there are so many different connections you can make, and it's a completely open field. We don't know how to build robot cognition. So I think that if you want to have a career into the AI part of robotics, then you should definitely go into RoboCup at Home, because that's what we're doing.
All right, so that is the brief introduction and overview video for at home. In fact, I'm not going to say more for at home. It's because we actually have invited our OC that will give you more in depth about at home this afternoon, right? So we will keep the at home part for this afternoon session at 2 p.m. Right, and we'll proceed with other content as well. So just now, as you can see, that is the RoboCup International League, right? So we bring it into Malaysia, open. Okay, but in Malaysia, because of our very young community, because we just started 2 years ago, so we don't have many teams know about RoboCup competition, right? So we are still learning and so on, and hence that's why we try to have some variation of an adaptation of the rules and try to figure out a way so that we can have a more educational competition or event that can promote more teams, new teams from Malaysia to learn and join RoboCup. Okay, so with that, we introduced a lot of new league. For example, based on our experience, because last year was our first effort, we introduced what we call the hackathon. So we introduced the hackathon way for the junior leagues. As you can see, for the junior side, we have the Junior Soccer Hackathon, Rescue Line Hackathon, On Stage Hackathon, which we have a very good experience from last year that this hackathon is very effective to train and also to let new teams able to start their RoboCup development. Okay, so later I will explain to you what is the difference between hackathon and normal competition. But this approach or this effort really helps us to gather a lot of new local teams, and the teams actually have very good experience. They can pick up the competition very fast. They pick up the robotics level very fast, and now they are ready to join the standard junior leagues in RoboCup International. So this year, we also try to extend this effort into Major League, right? Okay, but of course, last year we already started for at-home education. So at-home education is basically coming out from at home that we try to simplify some of the rules so that it's easier for beginner teams to join. But not only just to simplify the rules, because like we have a workshop, we have a lot of standardization, we have a more incremental way of scoring, etc. Okay, so more about at-home education we will also explain in the afternoon. And this year, a new addition for at-home series is we are introducing this at-home simulation, which originated from RoboCup Japan Open. So it's the simulation version of at-home. And this year we are going to do it the hackathon style. So we try to introduce this simulation this year is also because we realized that to start at home, the starting cost to build the robots is not easy for many teams. Okay, so in Malaysia, many teams they want to join at home and so on. So this year we try to introduce this at home simulation, which is we can basically eliminate the cost of physical robot, because like in simulation you can do everything in software, right? So we try to do this so that we can gather and attract more people, especially from the computer science department that focus more on the software, to focus and also attract them to join our competition and to start at home development. Okay, so this year we have the hackathons. So similarly for the at home series, so this afternoon we will discuss more about at home league, and also at-home education, and also at-home simulation hackathon. Okay, so these three parts, we will leave it to this afternoon session, starting from 2 p.m. Okay, but over here, I would like to focus on other Major League Hackathon as well. So we got other Major League Hackathon as well, thanks to our partner in Thai that we try to work together to make it work, because Thai community, RoboCup community, they actually have a vast experience in RoboCup, and they even won a lot of international award in or a lot of RoboCup league. So this year we try to partner with them. That one of our Thai OC is coming so this afternoon. So we are going to introduce the Soccer SSL EDU Hackathon, Industrial Logistics Hackathon, and also Rescue RMYC Hackathon for this year RoboCup Malaysia League. Okay, so so now let me explain like what are the difference between hackathon and normal competition. Okay, so RoboCup Malaysia major hackathons are educational challenges targeted first-time participants. Okay, first-time, zero experience, which means all teams can only join this hackathon once. Okay, after the first time they join hackathon, the next year they have to join the ordinary, the standard league. So for example, if you join, for example, like the SSL soccer hackathon this year, so next year we hope that we can run the proper the standard SSL that you can join directly, okay, without the support from the hackathon. Okay, so to kickstart their, sorry, it's a RoboCup major development. Sorry, it's not junior. RoboCup major development with on-site learning workshops and team development. So you can see we actually different. So for normal standard league, you come to the competition, you straight away join the competition, right? But for hackathon, we actually have on-site workshops that you come and learn how to develop. And then you are going to develop with your team with the given on-spot tasks. Okay, basically we simplified some of the tasks. So that will be the task for the hackathon challenge. Okay, so we will tell you about the task, and then you start to develop that for the challenge. Okay, so as you can see on the right hand side, we have the view on the workshops, and then down there the 3 hackathon that we are going to host it this year. So we have the Soccer SSL EDU hackathon, the Industrial Logistics hackathon, and also the Rescue RMYC hackathon. Okay, and the best part about this hackathon is we will provide you a standard robotic kit or platform for you to start working on. So which means you can join this hackathon without building your own robot. Okay, right? You don't need to build your own robot. You just need to bring your laptop here. We will have the robot and we'll teach you how to develop the robots. And then on the second day, we will tell you about the rules because we treat all the teams that join the hackathon to be the team that interested to do this competition in long run later on. Okay, so we want to teach them not only just by building the robot, but also how to play the competition. So you come to our venue, so we have the game field and everything. So we will explain to you the game rules based on the game field, etc., specification, so you can see everything in real life. Okay, so from there, our trainer will tell you like, okay, so this is how you program a robot to achieve the task in the challenge. So from there, in the second day, you are going to do your own development based on the sample code, based on the tutorials that we've given to you. Then you start to be creative and do your thing. So it's very similar like the software hackathon, which is given you a question and then ask you to develop on spot. So very similar. So second day, you're going to do your team development. And then on the second and the third day, we are going to have the challenge together with all the teams. Okay, so basically that is the format for hackathon that we try to introduce this hackathon style for the competition or league in RoboCup so that we can educate our first timer so that they can pick up the skill, pick up the robot development and learn about the rules, and then they can be confident that in the following year they can join the standard RoboCup League. Okay, so that is basically the major hackathons. Right, so currently we are discussing with the hackathon OC and so on, so we get a lot of information on how we are going to run the hackathon. So over here, I would like to introduce you the SSL hackathon. Okay, but before I start to introduce you the SSL hackathon, let us have a brief overview on how the Soccer SSL look like, okay, in RoboCup.
The small size league is a very rich environment that you don't usually get in robotics. You get a combination of things. You get a combination of an adversarial, teamwork, highly dynamic, and real robot scenario. And because it's a competition, all of these robots actually have to work well throughout the game. Now, you don't get this very often in robotics, and so we've been pushing forward at several of the dimensions of robotics research in the small size league. We have 2 teams of 6 robots each, and they have vision that is looking at them from above. So the rules are very similar to real soccer, to human soccer, but we have these little robots that have a standard pattern on the top, and these patterns help the camera identify the robots, and we have this orange ball that is also seen by the camera. So the fact that these cameras are looking at the robots from above creates a very good estimate of what the world is like. And what this allows us to do is to focus on the problem that we find very interesting, which is team coordination.
So middle-sized league is about having
that is
robot.
Okay, Kyle. Okay, so just now was the technical, the overview of how the soccer look like. So now you have some idea, like, so we have scale down soccer field in a field soccer field, and then we have the goal, and we have the robot, like a very small, tiny robot. So that's why it's called SSL. SSL stands for small size league, right? So soccer SSL small size league. So the robot is like a palm size big, okay? And you can see like it's a team of robots, and the team of robot is going to play against another team of robot. Okay, so play like very similar the soccer rules is to kick the ball to the opponent goal, right? And you can see that pattern. So the pattern is actually used by there is actually, maybe you can't see from the field that, but on top of the field there are actually there's actually a camera mounted. So this camera will see the whole field, and this information will be given to the robot so that the robot know like where is because you can recognize the pattern and you can know like the position of the robot, the position of the ball, etc. So that is what we call the SSL vision system, something like that. All right. So I'll talk more about that after this, but I would like to play another video, and this video will give you the technical aspect of SSL competition.
RoboCup Soccer, the small-sized league. The small-sized league was one of the earliest robot divisions developed by RoboCup.
The interesting thing people sometimes ask is why robot soccer? You know, it's an interesting concept that we didn't kind of like particularly like soccer, maybe the whole world does, but what happens is that it was something we could do in our labs as a research environment. We did not go and started soccer in the grass field outside, but we generated this kind of prototypical version of soccer, the small size league, which in the beginning was set to start in a ping pong table. We selected these colored based walls, orange balls, yellow goals, blue goals, uniforms of specific colors, patterns on top of the small size, all sorts of like a definition of the soccer problem in a way that we actually could handle it in our labs.
A soccer match in the small size league currently consists of 2 5-robot teams.
The game starts with a referee called the start game. Each team have 5 robots compete each other.
The localization of the players is handled via an overhead camera and standardized marking patterns.
Robots are required to have a dot pattern that looks like this. The center color determines the team. It's either yellow or blue. And then depending on the colors here, it determines the robot ID number. So the camera above the field sees these and sends the information to the team computers about where each of the robots are.
The solution of providing a centralized localization system gave teams a leg up in exploring many of the other difficulties encountered in creating realistic robotic soccer players.
The small size robots, at the beginning it was only 3 robots, again 3 robots, but it gave us the chance, that league, with overhead perception, so no distributed perception, but completely centralized and centralized reasoning also, gave us a chance of trying for the first time the challenges of the real world. The challenges of actually detecting a ball, handling different lighting conditions, the speeds, moving objects, the opponents blocking, obstacle avoidance, all of these computed at the centralized level.
Play is controlled by a human referee sending signals to a central computer.
The game will continue until we pass 10 minutes. And after 10 minutes, we will be break for 5 minutes. Each team can come and do something with the robot, like check the robot, change the battery and everything. And after that, the game will continue to the second half for 10 minutes. And who can score the most win that match.
So we started without humanoids. We started with only wheeled robots that back in the 90s, that's what was available. And that's what we felt comfortable in building ourselves.
Here's our robot. So let me tell you a little bit about how it works. There's a maximum diameter for these and a maximum height. We have these 4 Omni wheels here.
Most teams, maybe all teams in the small size league, use special wheels called omnidirectional wheels. And if you look at them closely, they're wheels composed of smaller wheels. It turns out that if you spin all 4 wheels in just the right way, you can cause the robot to turn at any rate and drive in any direction, any arbitrary direction. The small size robots also usually have 2 other important components on board. One is they call it a dribbler bar. It's a little cylinder that spins really fast.
And it's broken in the middle here so that it centers the ball.
And when it touches the soccer ball, it causes the soccer ball to spin into the robot. And that means the robot can have very positive control over the ball. And there's also a kicker, which can launch the ball very, very quickly, and sometimes a chipper, which can cause the can kick the ball over other robots, and you get a 3D action that way.
While the small-sized robots share many of the same core features and requirements, each team's design is unique.
The rule said you have to be a block, and you have the standard pattern on top of the robot. So if you take a look in the field, you will see everything is it is the same, but actually inside it's totally different.
We all build them on our own. There are a lot of common things that many teams do similarly. A lot of teams use the same types of motors and the same types of solenoids roughly, but everyone designs their own.
The first generation is when the league start, they don't know how to make the mechanic, so that is the mechanic era. And after that, when we refine how to design the mechanic, everybody go to the same direction. And right now we in the second generation. The second generation is how to control it precisely. And after that, I think the second generation will be end soon. We move to the next one. It's a real AI, dynamic AI operation.
One thing that it's important to clarify is that RoboCup indeed started as a robot soccer dream. And we started with this fantastic goal of by 2050 to beat the World Cup human team. So that's really how it started.
I think everybody should join the RoboCup and just try it. So you will find a lot of good friends, and you will discover a whole new world that you never know is already exists.
Okay. All right. So just now is I personally like the video a lot because like it talked a lot of technical detail inside there. So over here, I'm not going through the full SSL rules. That later I will show you where to find the rules that you can refer, because like got a lot of details, but it gives a very good overview on the technical aspect, that what you should know and what are you going to explore when you want to enter in this Soccer SSL development. Okay, so for this year hackathon, I personally feel like this is a very meaningful effort, and also special thanks to our friends from Thai to actually work together with us to host this event. Okay, right. So for the RoboCup Malaysia Soccer SSL at EDU hackathon, so we are now in the stage that we are preparing the, just now that I said, we prepare the standard kits, okay, standard robot kits that you can learn during the workshop day, right? So currently these are the progress that we have made. So you can see like we actually use a lot of 3D printing technology. So the whole robot, you can basically rebuild this. Okay, we are going to open source all this technology, all this information after this. So you basically you can rebuild this whole thing by yourself, in the hope that in future this information can be shared by a lot of Malaysia team who are interested to join Soccer SSL, and everyone can start to build their own robots, right? So now we are testing on this design. So as you can see, not only the robot, but we have the driving mechanism that is moved around, and also on top, instead of the color patterns, we are using this is what we call Acro, which is like a QR code that it can use so we are going to host, we are going to put a camera on top of the game field. So the camera will look at all the robot, as you can see on the pictures on the right hand side, that we try to put all the QR code not just on top of robot, but also around the field. So we can test the camera if we can get all the coordinates of all the position of the robots. Okay, so that part is we are almost getting it to be completed. Right, so the robot able to move around, we able to track the robot movement using the camera, using software, and then we have all the electronics built inside the robot that not only can drive the motors, the driving motors, but also we are building, just now, if you heard from the video, the dribble mechanism that try to hold the ball when you are moving, when the robot is moving, or to grab the ball. And also we have the solenoid mechanism that can kick the ball. So currently the robot in action, I've got a simple movie here. So you can see it is a ratio between the robot and also the ball. And it move around and try to localize itself and to try to keep the ball, etc. So currently we are still doing testing and hopefully we will complete all this work and we can do the workshop for this during the first day and everyone coming to join the SSL Soccer EDU Hackathon, we will learn this thing so that we can proceed with our team development and also our hackathon challenge, right? Okay, so basically these are the information currently I have on the robotic kit that we are going to use during the hackathon. Okay, then the next thing is we actually propose two challenge for the hackathon, all right? So the first challenge is passing and shooting challenge. Okay, so it basically takes up 7 minutes. Because we understand that to build the full soccer competition and for you to learn in a day is very, very difficult. Okay, so that's why we cut the soccer game into parts. Like over here, we promote two, because with these two challenge, basically you have the infrastructure and also the skill to program it to run a full soccer game, right? So, but as a start, we are proposing these two challenge as the hackathon challenge for this coming August Soccer SSL EDU hackathon, right? Okay, so for the first challenge is passing and shooting challenge, 7 minutes. So this task is designed to put the robot and the AI abilities to pass a ball from one robot to another, to the next, and shoot at the goal to the test. Okay, so basically we are challenging your skill after you have learned how to program the robot, is whether you program the robot to make the robot able to go and find a ball, kick a ball to another robot, and another robot will take the ball and shoot it into the goal. All right, so we will do this challenge and see which team can score the most ball within the 7 minutes challenge, 7 minutes time frame, right? And the location of the robot and the ball will be provided by the vision server. As I can see just now, we have a common camera on top of the game field that will give you the video feed of the whole game field, that with software you can actually get the coordinates, the orientation of the robots, basically the TF if you know in ROS. And from there you can formulate your algorithm how the robot's supposed to move so that the first robot can find the ball, kick the ball to the second robot, and from the second robot it is going to kick the ball into the goal. Okay, so I give you a picture so that you can visualize it nicely. Right, so the flow of the robot is like this. So the challenge begins with the referee randomly place 5 balls into the challenge field and give the teams a start signal. So you can see on the right hand side, we have the scale down. Okay, so we are not going to use, so we are not going to use the full scale SSL soccer field like the one in the international. So we are going to scale down so you can see. Sorry, pardon. So you can see like the size is about 3 meters and 2 meter size. So we will designate one ball area, which is we will randomly put 5 balls over there. So the robot 1 and robot 2 will start from another corner, and you can see on the top center side is the goal position. Right. So the flow is first we put it in this setting. Right. Then your robot, first robot of your team. So each team will have 2 robots. Okay. So first robot of your team, it need to move. All right. So from its current position to find a ball. Okay. So it must move from the starting point to any ball. Okay. So it need to find a ball. All right. So you need to find a ball. Then after that, it need to pass the ball. It not kick the ball into the goal. It's supposed to pass the ball. So it need to shoot the ball or pass the ball to the second robot. All right. So when the second robot receives the ball, so it need to be aligned and need to be accurate so that the second robot know the timing and grabs and you can use the dribble to hold the ball. So you can receive the ball And then immediately you send the ball, which is the second robot will kick the ball into the goal. So of course, robot 1 and robot 2 are fully autonomous. Nobody is remote controlled, so you need to make it autonomous. So you can even optimize the position of the first robot and second robot. So which means when the first robot is moving to find a ball, the second robot is supposed to find a best position to receive the ball and the best position to shoot the ball. Okay, so where the robot move, how, these are all algorithm, and you can use AI and all those things. So that is the challenge. Okay, right. But of course, the infrastructure is the basic thing is you need to make the robot able to find the ball, shoot the ball, pass the ball, and then receive the ball and find the goal and kick the ball. So you need all these things work first. Then we talk about the strategy. Like strategy means where the robot's supposed to move, where the robot's supposed to pass, when to pass, how to pass, and how the robot's supposed to stand so that when it receives, it got the best position to shoot the goal. So these are all the soccer strategy that we will have fun during the competition, right? Okay, so basically that is how you get the point after your ball being shoot into the goal, right? So just how I said you need to optimize the position is because we are going to see how fast you can achieve this so that we can see like how many goals you can shoot it, right? Because the winner is based on how many balls, okay, the first robot pick up the ball, pass the ball to the second robot, and the robot is going to shoot in. So how fast you can optimize this process, you will be the winner. Okay, so basically that is the competition flow for the first challenge in Soccer SSL EDU Hackathon, right? Okay. Then for the second challenge, we have the navigation challenge. So not only by finding ball, shooting ball, receiving ball, etc., all these skills, but we also want to see if your robot able to move, navigate properly in the game field, right? So we have a similar game field, the navigation area. Okay, but this time we are going to put a gate, all right? So you can see the gray color one, the gate. So the gate, we will have 5 gates. And the 5 gate we will put like how you see in the picture. So we will define which one is the gate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we will define the sequence, and your robot is supposed to move following the sequence. Okay, so you need to move, for example, like you need to go to the position 1, and then from position 1, you need to move to position 2, which is gate number 2, and then you need to move to gate number 3, and then go through gate number 4, go back to gate number 5, and then go back to position 1. Okay, so basically we want to see like how smooth you do this thing and how fast your robot can navigate this. All right, so teams who can complete the most lap, which means if you can continue without bump into any obstacle and follow this, it's like a racing. Okay, so you can, but the race track is basically defined by the game. All right, so you need to see like how smooth your robot can navigate in the game field according to the track that is already decided. Okay, and you need to pass through the gate, which is you don't basically like crash into any of the gate. So the team who can complete this the most, which means like how many laps you can finish, will win the navigation challenge. So basically, this is how we do the scoring, and then we see who is the winner. So we have laid out these 2 challenges. Of course, we open for any discussion if you have any, because this is our initial proposal, but of course, we also learning as an organizer. So we will try to see any adjustment so that our purpose is to train up all the team that join this Soccer SSL Edu hackathon. We want to train up all the teams so that eventually all these teams that join this hackathon will start to develop your own proper soccer robot that we can join the Soccer SSL Standard League next year. So that is the purpose, right? Okay, so that is basically the overview of the Soccer SSL Edu. As I also just now mentioned, we actually have another tool We have another two logistic hackathon and also RMYC hackathon. But currently for these two hackathon, we are still communicating with our OC to get more information. So we will update this information once we got more detail, right? So for the current moment, I will only share the Soccer SSL hackathon for this session. Okay, so basically that's all the explanation for the major hackathons. Later we will have the Q&A session, and yes, you can ask questions, no problem. Okay, so just give it a moment. Let me finish up another two parts. Okay, so apart from all the technical challenges, we also want to, because now is the world of social media, right? So we want to use the power of social media. We want the team to basically not only building your own robot, not only learning about AI and robotics, but also to promote more ideas to the community, right? We want you to tell other people what you are doing, what we are doing here in RoboCup, and why we want to do this and why this is important to do, right? We want you to tell the world what are we doing here and how great is your work here, right? So we have set this Inspiring Innovation Challenge starting from last year, which we actually get a very good response. So this Inspiring Innovation Challenge is a we don't have any scoring or anything, but it is totally based on how you prepare your videos and present it to the world, right? And then we will get scoring based on the response. For example, like how many likes, how many people share, how many people commented on your video, etc., to see how well people receive your video. So any video that you have submitted. So all teams, this is open for all teams, right? You don't need to sign up. All teams that join RoboCup Malaysia, you can prepare your own team video to explain the technical aspect of your development, and then we will put it on our YouTube channels and let the audience, I mean like the world, to look at your video, and they will judge whether is your robot qualified to get the award for this Inspiring Innovation Challenge. So to give you some example, I've prepared like I have two, one from the junior team and one from the major team, right? So on the left-hand side, we have the junior team. So you can see this was how the team presented their idea and presented their
Hello, RoboCup Malaysia 2024. We are participating in RoboCup Soccer category. Our team name is Roboras. Roboras is one of the representatives from Muhammadiyah for Logo to Verb 93 for prices, directional orientation. Next, ultrasound sensor. Uses for ultrasound sensor for distance detection and collision avoidance. Then line sensor. Uses 15 channel line sensor for accurate line navigation.
Pay the robot sensor. Program the robots to detect and follow the ball.
Position the robots and the start game. Begin the game by positioning the robots and ball, allowing the robots to operate automatically. Robots will use the infrared sensor to navigate. We create new experience and lesson that we can share with others. We hope we can success in this competition.
So that was from the junior team. Let's see from the major team.
Welcome to our presentation for the RoboCup Malaysia 2024. We are really excited to introduce our team entry in the カチャカというものを用いました。カチャカは数で動くソフトウェア設計をしており、これまでソビッツが使ってきたソフトは全て
What do you want me to do?
Follow me.
Do you want me to follow you? Please say yes or no.
Yes. cansado de esfuerzo y el trabajo en equipo que está bangga dapat mengaplikasikan tentang pandai. Kemahiran yang telah saya diperoleh sepanjang pelajaran saya dalam pembangunan robot Sobi lain. Selain itu, saya sangat teruja dengan peluang untuk bertemu peminat robotik dari Malaysia di acara ini, terutamanya dengan pengajuran Indonesia.
Okay, so so I welcome everyone, not only just to join the competition, but make very nice video to introduce you about your team, your technology, and try to win our inspiring innovation challenge. Okay, right. So lastly, I would like to mention about our symposium. Okay, so RoboCup Malaysia Symposium. So RoboCup Malaysia Symposium is one of the effort that we trying to make it work together with our robotics competition. So because we know it is not easy that we want to maintain the technicality of the competition event by setting up like a conference, right? Because like it is basically a very different event to do. But following RoboCup International, which RoboCup International every year they will have the symposium, they will have all the papers indexed, published and indexed in very good publication. So we understand the benefit and also the importance of doing this for in the promotion and development of our technology. So that's why in RoboCup Malaysia, we also try to figure out a way, try to find an approach that not only we have fun and also we learn a lot in the competition, in the game field, but also we want to create a platform that everyone can sit down together and we discuss about research and development. Right. So starting from last year, we have a RoboCup Malaysia Symposium that we involve all the major teams. So all the major teams involved in RoboCup Malaysia last year, they have to submit a technical paper. All right. Very similar like your team description paper, right? So once you submit the paper, we actually try to review the paper and we try to rank it by our internal reviewer and try to set some papers for presentation during the symposium. Okay, so we have a presentation oral and also we have a presentation in the form of papers. All right, so poster. So we have the oral presentation and poster presentation during the symposium. So we are going to do the same thing this year also. So all the major league teams who join in any of the league in RoboCup except the hackathon. Okay, so if you join hackathon, you don't have any materials because you only learn how to develop during the competition. So except the hackathon event, so for the standard league and also, for example, at-home education. So all the teams are supposed to send in the technical papers. So we will again try to review the papers and then arrange you into poster and oral presentation. And you will do your presentation during the symposium day, which is on the last day of the event. Okay, but one thing that we have tried to push forward a bit this year is we actually collaborate with an actual international conference locally, okay, which is by our host, Unimed. So they are hosting these ICOMS, which is the 9th International Conference on Man-Machine System, ICOMS 2025. And they are very supportive to try to establish a RoboCup track, okay, in the conference. So our papers, if let's say any of our papers who teams intended to have a proper publication in a proper conference, so you are welcome to actually upgrade your papers and submit to the ICOM conference. All right. So with that also we have invited like international and also domestic guest speaker to be presented during the symposium day. And not only they created a RoboCup special track, but also RoboCup Malaysia Symposium also will act as an ICOM satellite event, right? Because the actual conference will start at 18 and 19, which is on the conference day, but it's in another location. It's in Malacca. So we will act as a satellite event, and then we have the live telecast. We will have a remote event in our venue for RoboCup. So we will link between these two. I think this year, this is a very a good start that we try to make our RoboCup Symposium paper relate to international conference. So I hope by starting this, slowly we will have more papers from our RoboCup team being accepted into the conference, and eventually the RoboCup Symposium paper will be published fully in future. Okay, so that is the arrangement. So any teams who you are writing technical papers and you are submitting your TDP and you want to upgrade your TDP into a conference paper, welcome you to submit for our RoboCup Symposium as a special RoboCup track paper in the ICOM conference. Okay, so that is the information for the symposium. All right, so I've come to the last slide, right? So we have shared you many information, but there are many information that you can also obtain from our website. So I've listed out all the lists. So you have our website, very easy to remember, 2025, which is this year, .robocup.org, our organization, .my, Malaysia, right? So you go to this website, you can find all the information about how what are the links that is available, how to join, etc., and where to find the game rules and so on, right? And then you go to all the social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, WhatsApp. You can just type RoboCup Malaysia as a handle. You can find us over there, right? And on the right-hand side, you have a QR code there. That is our WhatsApp account, right? So if you connect to our WhatsApp account, you will be connected to our secretary, Miss Cindy over here. Will try to reply you. Any question, general question, okay? General question, for example, like how to join, for example, like how to register, if you're registered, got some technical area and anything. So all this general inquiry, you can channel to our WhatsApp account, right? Okay, you can communicate over there. But if you have any technical inquiries, technical question, for example, you want to ask about the scoring, you want to ask about the game rules, you want to ask about how you want to develop your robot and the technical aspect, like what is the spec for the motors, what is the spec for the dimension of the robot, the weight, what sensors, Wi-Fi, and anything technical, or you want to discuss about the rules, you want to ask about the rules, etc. You want to communicate with the OC, which is a referee that is going to run the game, please join our Discord. So I've put down our Discord link over there. So our RoboCup Malaysia Discord server mainly will have all the team and also all our OC are inside there, right? So please join the Discord, and there are many, all the link will have one channel, okay? So you can ask your question according to the channel. If you want to ask about, for example, like Soccer SSL, so we will have one Soccer SSL, you can ask over there, right? And also during the competition, we will make the announcement, technical announcement, for example, like what is the competition schedule, the score sheet, etc. We'll put it over there also. So the Discord server will be used for technical and competition communication, right? So please join our Discord, and then you can communicate with us over there. And in fact, my slide today, all the materials that presented today, we will put it there also, all right? But of course, just now I mentioned that this session we are recording into a video, so later on we will put up into our YouTube channel as well. So you can find us RoboCup Malaysia from YouTube, and you can find us over there, right? So that's where you can find all the information. So I welcome you all to join, and not only you can join us as a participant, okay? We also welcome you to join us as volunteer. We need a lot of volunteer, as MAS is basically an academic NGO that we try to do this thing for the benefit of the community. So we look for a lot of support from the event volunteer. You can, if you are not a technical person, you can't join the competition, but you can still join RoboCup Malaysia you can help us as an event staff. We need a lot of event staff. And also, if you know about the technical, but you don't have a team to join the competition, but you still want to involved in the competition, you can also join us as a referee, right? So if you're well versed about the rules, you are interested, or maybe you are alumni that you previously joined RoboCup before and you want to continue joining, although you don't have a team anymore, but you can still join us. We need a lot of help in terms of OC member as well, the referee, because we have a lot of competition run at the same time, and we need a lot of people to do the referee job, the judging job, etc. So welcome all of you. So any of you are welcome to join us for this August event in Perlis. Okay, right. So last, before I open is, I want to show you the website. Okay, so let me show you the website. Right, so let me show you the website. You can always go to 2025. Okay. Okay, so this is our website. You can see if you type in 2025 robocup.org.my, this is our main page. Okay, you can find all the information over here. Right. So if you want to register, just go to the join and you can find the registration page over here. Right. All the timing, the registration fees, everything is written here. Okay. And to register, basically just 3 steps. First, you download the registration form. Okay. You just download this. Okay. You just download this. Download this. Right. So after you have downloaded, you open up and you fill up the information, okay? You fill up all the information over here. You fill up all the information, what team, anything. Okay, you fill up all the information here. Then you save the file, all right? You save this file in your local hard drive. And then you open up this online submission form, okay? And this is where you upload the registration file just now, together with your payment receipt and everything, all the detail over here. Then you can, that is how you join. All right. So that is the registration. And if you have any problem with the registration, you can always contact us, the secretariat, or you just WhatsApp our secretariat, right? According to the WhatsApp link just now. Okay, so that is for registration. And from a major league, you can find all the major league information here. Okay, so we have all the league here. We have, for example, like if for example you want to look for SSL, okay, so this SSL, you can find the rules, regulations, support information, find everything here, right? You can also go for example, I can go for at home. So at home, I have a dedicated page that have the rules and everything. So you can find the rules and regulation over here. You can find the Discord link and everything. So there's all the information is already available here for you. Inspiring Symposium, Inspiring Innovation Symposium, etc. Okay, so anything you can contact us, and this is, yeah, basically how you can link to us and get the information that you need. Right. So I guess I have done everything. All right. So now I would like to open for any inquiries, any question, or any comment, or any feedback to the floor. So is there anyone have any question to any of my explanation just now? You are free to turn on your mic and also turn on your video cam if you can, right? And we can interact here. Okay. For the at home education and at home simulation hackathon, detail about the competition, the rules, we will do that together with our invited OC this afternoon at 2 p.m. Okay, all right. So any question, anything that you want to ask, anyone from the list? Anyone, our friend from Thai, is everything clear? Yeah, any part that you need clarification, yeah, feel free to ask me. Anyone have any question? No.
Can I ask one question?
Sure. Yeah, but before
Okay,
that question, I would like you to introduce yourself.
Oh, okay. Hello, I am Varitiwaniyom. I am a student from.
Yep.
And yes. So my question is that we are interested in the soccer hackathon. And from the schedules, it seems that the first day is 14 for other team is gonna be the preparation, but for the hackathon it's gonna be the teaching, right?
Okay, so you're talking about the timing, right? Okay, so over here. So 3 days over here. So the 3 days is basically 15, 16, and 17. We still have 14 for setup. Okay, 14 is not inside here. So this day one is basically on the 15th. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so that means the first day, 15, we are going to learn together. But of course, we still have one more day earlier, which is the setup day on the 14th. Yeah, because we still have a lot of things to set up, like we need the OC to calibrate the cameras, etc. So on the 14th, we will do all the setup. And then on the 15th, which is the first day of the competition, but for the hackathon, is the workshop. Okay, but of course, like based on the number of team, based on the requirement and the condition, the OC have the right to fine-tune the time schedule. Okay, so that one is based on the judgment on site.
Hi, welcome back everyone to join our RoboCup Malaysia Open 2025 Online Outreach Section 2. I'm Cindy from MAS, and together with me we have Dr. Jeffrey. So we will resume our Outreach Section 2 now, and I will pass it to Dr. Jeffrey.
Hi, hello everyone. So good afternoon. So welcome back to the second session for today's online outreach Major League. So let us start with the arrangement. Right? Okay. So this morning we have an overview to explain to you all about MAS, RoboCup Malaysia Open 2025, and also some competition that are happening in this coming August. So that includes, like for example, we have the hackathon. Particularly, we have introduced you our new event this year, which is the Major Soccer SSL hackathon. So that is going to take place in this coming August. And also we have our innovation challenge and also our symposium. All right. So what left today for the Major League is the at-home series of competition. So as written on the screen, you can see like in the afternoon, we will try to cover for RoboCup at home, for the Major League at home. The Major League is also the RoboCup Malaysia League at home education and also at home simulation hackathon, which is the same series coming from at home, that I will give you more information about what are those events and how to join those events. Okay, so as usual, let me just briefly go through some of this arrangement for this online outreach before I proceed with the content. So first of all, it's like we will record this as a video later on so that we can share it on our YouTube video. So I wish to call for your cooperation so that all the attendees today in the Zoom meeting, please refrain from turning on your microphone or your video during the session where we try to do the briefing. But don't worry that we will have Q&A timing for you to ask questions and interact with us. So just keep your question. If you have any questions, any comment, or anything you want to say before the Q&A session, you can always write in the chat box in the Zoom. All right, you can post it as a chat, right? And then our secretary over here, Ms. Cindy, will try to record it down, and we will discuss this during the Q&A break. Okay. So, and during Q&A break, I will give you time, and of course, we welcome you to turn on your camera and also your microphone to speak to us, and we can discuss directly. Okay, so that one we will do it after we have presented the material. Okay, and lastly, also would like to remind that today we actually open up this session mainly not only for our domestic local participants, but also we open for our international audience. And I can see like this morning in the list, we actually have many participants from Thailand and other countries as well. So anyone is welcome. So even those, for example, you have your friend, your colleague, your teammate who haven't registered, don't worry about the registration, just pass them the link, the Zoom link, and let them enter into this Zoom meeting and join our online session together. Okay, so with that, please get ready and we will start the content for today, this afternoon, for section 2. Okay, so this morning we have tell you all the background. So just in case that you miss it, you can always refer to our YouTube channel, and later on we will put up the video. So in this afternoon, we will focus on the league that we have yet to introduce. Okay, but overall, let me show you the RoboCup League that is going to happen in this August in Perlis. For RoboCup League is for major, we have the RoboCup at Home, right? And then for junior, we have Junior Rescue, Line Rescue Mains, Junior Soccer, Junior on Stage. Okay, so this one is for the RoboCup League. And also, as I explained in this morning also, we have our variation of RoboCup competition that we organize to suit our local audience and also local teams. So for Major League this time, we actually added several hackathons as well. So we have at-home education following from last year, and we have at-home simulation hackathon, which is something new this year. Okay, so it's the simulation version of the at-home league. Then after that, we have other 3 hackathon: Soccer SSL, EDU hackathon, Industrial Logistics hackathon, and Rescue RMYC hackathon. So this will organize in a hackathon way. We have introduced this morning, which is we combine workshops and also on the spot team development, and straightforward that we go into the challenge on the third day. Okay, so right, so that is what we have discussed this morning. So this afternoon we will focus on the 3 at-home event that. So first is just now I show you the at-home league, which is belongs to the standard major league in RoboCup International, and then we also have our at-home education and at-home simulation hackathon. Okay, so let us start with at-home league. Right, so RoboCup at Home aim to foster the development of service and assistive robot technology to make possible future personal domestic application. So the competition comprised of a set of benchmark tests to evaluate the robot's capabilities in realistic home environment setting and scenario, with the research focus on human-robot interaction and cooperation, navigation in dynamics environment, computer vision and object recognition under natural light condition, object manipulation, adaptive behaviors and learning, ambient intelligence and system integration. So you can see this RoboCup at Home aims to create our next generation of robot or personal robot that help us in our daily life tasks in our home environment or domestic environment. So I feel that personally I joined this league for many years, and I feel that this is one of the most challenging league in RoboCup, and it actually require us to develop multidisciplinary various domain of technology and fuse them together to create meaningful application to solve our daily life problem. So let us look at one video, which this is a very nice video that explains the concept of the competition and also the underlayer technology that will be improved along our development in at home link.
RoboCup at Home. In RoboCup at Home, highly intelligent interactive robots navigate new complex environments in tasks ranging from registering itself for the competition, performing service duties such as cleaning or butlering for previously unknown persons, to grocery shopping in real-world locations.
At Home started spontaneously by these researchers that wanted to start robots in the home environment, and especially not knowing what the home would look like.
RoboCup at Home is application-oriented league. We could call it RoboCup for all people, but it doesn't really sound that good, so we call it RoboCup at Home. It's about the tasks you do in a domestic environment.
Compared with RoboCup Soccer's abstracted environments, but highly sophisticated gameplay, RoboCup at Home takes on an inverted philosophy.
So we took the concept of what they do in soccer and we turn it around. In soccer, the idea was to have a complex task in a simplified environment. But we said, okay, but every time you increase the complexity of the environment, for example, you take an orange ball, you make it black and white, then you have to adapt your vision algorithms to recognize a black and white ball. So what do you see? Only changing the color of the ball, suddenly the performance drops because the robots cannot recognize the ball. So you have this performance drops over and over again with the increasing complexity of the environment. So we said we have to take simple tasks in a complex environment instead of complex tasks in a simple environment. So we started with simple tasks like follow me.
We are now getting to the first spot where a person is passing between the walker and the robot, and the robot should not be distracted by that, so that was nice. First stage is more kind of basic tasks of the robot, also in areas where they could have a pre-recorded map or something to navigate there.
And for example, we have tasks where the robot has to assist in cleaning or in cooking. There's a lot of difficulties involved. For example, the robot has to know where it is. The robot has to not only detect people, but recognize people. It has to be able to learn new faces within seconds, and there is no human assisting the robot with calibration.
This is then also judged by internal person in the league and also by external persons from the league. So to have the view from outside, so does it make sense what you are doing in this league from a really outer perspective?
The robots have to be polite, friendly. We take great care about the appearance of the robots. The robots have to look good. So we actually have a rule that says no duct tape.
When you come to RoboCup, the challenge is you are going to be given a new house built there in the field of play, and you are going to have to interact with humans and manipulate objects and move, and you have to learn the maps, and you have to be able to handle any home.
RoboCup at Home is about the entire world area where people are in their daily lives. So we started in an apartment. I'm hoping to have like a little garden in a few years. And last year we started to go shopping with our robots.
My name is Frederick. I'm from Team Toby from Germany, and we are currently preparing for the shopping mall task. So we don't know actually where we're going, somewhere in Istanbul most probably.
The teams, they only were told the night before which shop it actually was. So there was no time to make a map. They could not measure anything with measuring devices. The robots just had to work.
This is now a very special task in the at-home league named Shopping Mall, which is happening so really in the wild world.
Actually going shopping is the task, which is a nice task. So the robot first of all has to build up a map because the environment is unknown. One guide will introduce several objects to the robot, so he will be saying something like, yeah, this is the milk, or this is the Pringles, or something like that.
Memorize the Pepsi.
Can you confirm that? Shall I memorize the Pepsi?
Yes.
With pleasure.
The robot has to remember the position of the objects. At the checkout, the referee will say, yeah, I want to buy like 3 objects.
Fetch me the Pepsi.
Okay. We don't really know which objects, but some of the objects that are in an official list. And then the robot has to autonomously go to the positions, find the objects, grasp the objects from the shelf and bring them back to the checkout.
It's not in the rules that we need to keep the space really free. It's even allowed that some people might walk by in the shop.
That happened last year actually to one of the teams, because there was a little kid that was quite fascinated by the robot, and even more fascinated by the red button on the robot, which was the emergency stop. All the other teams agreed that this is kind of an unusual situation, so they got a restart.
Shops are really colorful places, and the robot easily gets distracted from the right object. So one really challenge is to find and localize the object that needs to be grasped, and then exactly the grasping is also a task that will not be successful with many teams.
We measure using statistics every year which robot brain components are working well and which ones are working not so well. And the ones that are working not so well, we give them more points next year.
The perpetually evolving rules and challenges of RoboCup at Home spur innovation and important research questions for robotics in general.
In the beginning, it was difficult to convey the message to people that building applications is actually doing science, because they said, well, you're just engineering. We found that we have all sorts of troubles and there's no research to guide us. So by building the applications, we are actually figuring out what we have to research.
Research is frequently going on only in labs and misses many points that you need to consider for your robots. Because labs are more clean, labs are also kind of more artificial, so you cannot think of all the things that might happen to a robot that is acting in a real environment.
The goal, I think, in the beginning of RoboCup was to get the robots out of the laboratory. Started with soccer, then there were humanoids, rescue. And rescue is really out of the laboratory, although the environment is still controlled. And then at home, yeah, for us, it was more or less the logical next step, is to have an even less structured environment.
It was a very, how do you say, a beautiful kind of like also challenge. Nobody was doing this before. And the RoboCup at Home started, which now has more than 40 teams and all over the world probably more than 100 teams.
Change is essential at home. So next year we're going to start with introducing a sidewalk test, but somewhere this decade we actually want to start taking the public transport. Even if it's only one bus stop or one subway stop, we don't care. Go outside with the robots. Like we're already starting discussions about rights for robots, robots having a passport, being able to travel. In South Korea, they started in the parliament discussion about what should we do if there's an intelligent robot asking for the right to vote. You know, and they're discussing this, and it might sound silly, but who knows, in 10 or 20 years we have those robots.
This kind of future perspective, robots might operate around you in your own apartments and some kind of public spaces. This is a very important tendency and very important for also the research questions that we have.
So the league is about people and robots doing something in a domestic environment. What I really like about this league is the idea that we're really doing this to help people. I actually am convinced that having more robots in society will actually make society more humane.
Okay, so now you have a very comprehensive view about this RoboCup at Home, from the concept until how it is organized as a competition. So it actually have a vast information for this competition, and I try to put down a few important links in this document so that later on you can refer. But of course, reading through this information might be very technical, especially for beginner. So today we are very glad that we have invited our OC Chair External to be here together with us, and he will join us and also give a very easy to understand technical briefing to all of you, so that you can understand a little bit more about how we actually design this competition and how you can actually start to prepare based on the rules and regulation. Okay.
So let's welcome Dr. Somphop, Vice Head for the Computer Science Program, Division of Computation Science of Prince Sokha of University. Welcome.
Okay.
Thank you, Cindy. And thank you, Professor Jeffrey. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Somphop. I have a chance. I'm honored to be invited to be an OC in this Malaysian Open competition. I was the OC for At Home Challenge in Thailand Open last year. So that's my honor also to be joined and be one of committee in this event. So I would like to give you some rules and overview of some themes and how do we organize the At Home challenge in Malaysian RoboCup. And I also invite my colleague from Kasetsna University. He is an expert. He joined and participated in many international challenge for the At Home competition. So his name is Nopanat, and I will introduce him later in order to give you some of his experience, some tips or hints for competitors in at-home competition. Okay, so first, may I share screen? Okay, so here, first, for the RoboCup at home, the competition is divided into three stages. The first two stages include many tasks, and the last one we call the final stage or the finals, which change from each event to event. And for this Malaysian competition, I will explain it later for the final. But for let me change the tab. Okay. So since we have 4 days in these competitions, so the first day on 14th of August, it will be the setup and preparation. You will see the real arena on that day. You will see the real objects that we use on that day. So the first day is the setup day. And also there will be a robot inspection, which I will give you some overview later. And for the last 3 days, it's the real competition days. So the first day on 15, it will be stage 1. The stage 1 will include some basic tasks. And to advance to the next stage, which is the stage 2, we will select, this is based on the regulations on the at-home competition in international events. To advance into stage 2, we will select the 50% of the all teams. Let's say if we have 12 teams, we will select best 6 in order to advance to the next stage in the stage 2. And on the stage 2, there will be some tasks also, which is more advanced than the tasks in the stage 1. And on the stage 2, we will select the best teams. We will not finalize the number of teams to pass to the final day yet, but we will select some outstanding teams, the teams that perform well and be outstanding to participate in the final day, which I will describe about what we aim and what the final event should be later. Okay, so here is the theme and the schedule for the at-home competition. Okay, so let's talk about the arena first. The arena is the stage that your robot will, the environment that robot will perform and operate in this area. This arena, it tries to simulate the home environment. So it includes 4 main rooms, which are bedroom, dining room, living room, and kitchen. I have some images from the Malaysian Open last year, so you can see an example of the room setup. Yeah. But I would say for this year, it will not look like this. It will be changed, but this just gives you just rough idea what the arena should be. Okay. So as you can see, like the arena will be separated into 4 sections, bedroom, dining room, living room, and kitchen. And your robot will, for some tasks, your robot may assign to perform a task in a single room. Or some tasks, your robot have to navigate outside the arena and maybe re-enter to the arena again and has to navigate to different rooms to perform the task. So this is depends on which task it was defined, the subtask for your robot. And to separate each room or sections, it can be walls, partitions, or some obstruction, and there will be a gap or a door to allow robot to move from one room to another room. Okay, And for the floor should be flat. That means there are no stairs, but there may be some minor gap or minor stair. It depends on the materials that we have on the arena, but it's supposed to be flat. Okay. And next is the furniture, some bed, cupboard, and other furnitures that includes in any rooms. We have defined here, but some rooms may not have all the furniture. You will see the real furniture on the preparation day. Okay. And for the objects, sometimes your robot has to pick or place objects. So to define the objects, we have defined just categories that your robot have to operate. It was defined in this list already. Okay, but for the real photo of the objects that we're going to use in this challenge, you will see on the preparation day. Okay. And the next one, this one I need to emphasize about the network that you are allowed to use during the competitions. You're not allowed to have your own hotspots or wireless router. The only router that you allow to use is the one that is provided by the organizer. Okay, if we find and see any of your team have this kind of hotspot, it should not be. It should be prohibited. Okay, but on the day on the event, it should be one wireless network for you, and also connect to the internet also, and allow you to use that connections to operate between robots and your station or to use the internet. Okay, this one is important rules. That's why I need to emphasize on this. Okay, and I would like to introduce you the Deus Ex Machina. This is some kind of the options, okay, for your team in order to perform the tasks. You might have your robot might have difficulties to perform some sub-tasks, but you would like to achieve other sub-tasks later on. So that's why we provide you this Deus Ex Machina. It means to allow you to bypass some sub-tasks, but the bypass doesn't mean you can opt out or neglect those sub-tasks. Your robot allowed to, in order to perform that sub-task by itself, it may need some help from the operators or human to help it to perform that sub-task. But to consider it is your team use the Deus Ex Machina, your robot need to be explained and then ask for help explicitly and in detail for human to understand what your robot would like to do to perform that sub-task. Okay, so this one is the concept that we provide the Deus Ex Machina in order to bypass some sub-tasks in order to achieve the full task. Okay, and the scoring. Later on, after I give you the explanation overview of each task, you will see there are the table that declare the score for each subtask in that task. However, for some subtasks, you might not get full score if you use some Deus Ex Machina, or you will not complete that subtask perfectly. So this depends on how your robot perform in each subtask. Okay, and this one is an option for your robot also in order to understand the command from the operator or human. We are also allow option instead of using the speech recognition. Some tasks will provide you a QR code in order to give this command to the robot instead of using the speech recognition. Okay, but if you use this one, there will be some penalties or the reduction in your final score. Okay, and not just the penalties, then we also have some bonuses for some tasks also. Let's say your robot can complete the tasks, there will be extra score that your robot can achieve, like do it in more challenging environment, or you can repeat the process more than once, and so on. This will define, depends on each task. They will clearly identify which part that you can perform, which subtasks that you can perform in order to gain this bonus score. Okay. And that's all for the overview of the rules and regulations. So let's see all the tasks in the first stage, in the stage 1. So in the stage 1, it includes 5 tasks, which are carry mallet gauge, GPSR or general purpose service robot, receptionist, serve breakfast, and storing groceries. Okay, let's go just quick overview of each task. So the first task we call carry mallet gauge. So this one, we would like to focus on the abilities of your robot to detect person and following that person in unmapped environments, and also to see the performance of your robot to do the navigation around the environment. Okay, so the carry mallet gauge, your robot will be assigned to be outside the arena first. Your robot will be set in a specific start point. Okay, and there will be an operator, the human, that will ask your robot to pick up a bag. Okay, and then carry that bag and follow the operator and navigate outside the arena. We say that the robot should carry that bag and then go to the car, simulate the situation that you would like to ask your robot to carry your luggage and then go to the car outside your home. Okay, so for this one, it has to carry and follow the person and navigate outside environment, outside the arena, which will give you the position, any position outside the arena. So your robot has to be able to navigate outside arena to the specified position, and then return back to the arena or the home. Okay. So there are some procedure that have to be performed in these tasks, like picking up the bag, following the person, and avoiding obstacles along the way that it navigates through the environment that we set up. Okay, and there's some bonuses defined for these tasks also, like after you drop the bag at the car, the position that we define outside the arena, they can re-enter the arena. Or if the arena have some like few person in the line waiting to enter the arena, the robot should following the queue also. This is the first task. Okay. And if you see here some definition of all the subtasks and also the score for each subtask if you can achieve. Okay. And the second task is general purpose service robot. So for this one, we would like to see the performance of your robot to do the task planning, and also to recognize and detect a person, and also to detect the object and manipulate on that object. So For these tasks, there will be one person, an operator, that will give 3 commands to your robot, and your robot need to perform according to the command received from the operator. Okay, so this one seems to be more flexible. For these commands, it kind of commands to ask the robot to pick an object, to search for objects in the arena, and then deliver that object to the operator. This is the example of the command that you might face in this task. Okay. So the procedure, okay. So at first, there will be a start point inside the arena, some room inside the house. Okay, and the command will be given by the operator. So it depends on your robot. If it can do the voice recognition, the operator can use the voice to command that. And there is option also to, instead of using the voice recognition, you can use the QR code instead. It's in the Deus Ex Machina. Okay, and after the robot receive that command, it should perform accordingly, like finding maybe a bottle of Coca-Cola in the kitchen, and find that in the kitchen, pick it up, and then deliver that back to the operator. So this is the overview of this task. Okay, and here are the scores that you can achieve for each task. And the third task we call Receptionist. This one we would like to focus on the human-robot interaction. How your robot and operator or human can communicate and also interact between each other. And also would like to focus on the person detection and recognition also. The theme of this task is the robot is assigned to be the one who welcoming a guest who comes and visits the operator in the house. So the robot will start in a starting point inside the living room. Okay, and if there is a knock on the door, it has to welcoming the guest and then ask them some basic information, and then have to introduce this guest to the host, which is the operator inside the house, and then guide this guest to any seats available in the living room. Okay, and it have to repeat this 2 or 3 times because they will provide 3 guesses in this task, and there will be some challenge also, like so first, the introduction part, your robot needs to be able to query the information from the guest, and then reintroduce this people information to the host, and also introduce the information of the host back to the incoming guest also. And then the second challenge is to select the available seats inside the living room, and then navigate or guide the guest to that available space. And this is the challenge because the guest might switch their place. So when the second guest come, the robot need to welcome the second guest and introduce the second guest to both host and the first guest, and also in vice versa. So your robot need to be able to identify the host and the other guests. Okay, so here's the theme of the third task, the receptionist task. Okay, and here some score for these tasks. Okay, and on the fourth task, it will be serving breakfast. Okay, So in this situation, we would like to focus on the robot manipulation and object detection from how your robot performing these tasks. So your robot is assigned to help the operator, the human, to complete his breakfast. So they have to set up the breakfast for the host or the operator. They should prepare some utensils, a bowl, spoon, and also preparing or aligning some items, the food items on the table for the host. So this one, the robot will have to start in the kitchen and then have to find utensils in the environment inside the kitchen and then pick it up, place it on the table that the host is sitting on, and then align it. These items will include bowl, spoon, cereal box, and a milk box. We will not use the whole carton. We will just use a small milk box. Okay. And then there will be some extra tasks for your robot to perform also. The required task is to pour the cereal into the bowl, right? And then there will be bonus also, which is if your robot can pouring milk into the bowl also. So okay, this is the task for serving the breakfast to the host. Okay. And the next one is storing groceries. This one kind of opposite of the serving breakfast, because for this one, robot have to pick objects from the table and then place these objects that align on the table back to the cabinet or cupboard. But in order to place it back on the cabinet or cupboard, it has to place in the right categories. Let's say in the cabinet or the cupboard, there will be one shelf placing snack bags. If you would like to put the snack bag on the table, it should be placed on this specific shelf inside the cabinet. It should not be mixed with items in other categories. So right, as I mentioned, it opposite tasks as the serving breakfast, but your robot should be able to classify the items inside the cabinet and categorize them. Okay, so it can place the right item into the right category. Okay, so here's the score declared for this task. And that's all for the stage 1. So here, if you perform well in the stage 1, okay, and then advance to stage 2, these are tasks in the stage 2, which are the clean the table, the GPSR again, general purpose with robot, but this one will be more challenging. And the restaurant task, and the last one is stickler for the rules. Okay, let's go see one by one. So the first task is clean the table. So this one kind of similar to putting objects back to the shelf, but this one your robot have to pick all the items after the operator or human finish their breakfast. You have to pick every items left on the table and then place it into the dishwasher or the place that we specify for your robot to put all the dirty items in order to clean it later. So this one will focus on the task planning, the object detection, and how your robot manipulate each object. Okay. So for this one, it's kind of similar to placing objects back to the cabinet. But it will be more challenged because your robot needs to manipulate and operate with the dishwasher also. So the next task is the enhanced GPSR. For this one, it's quite similar to GPSR. However, we add more challenging tasks for your robot in order to accept the command. This one, your robot need to be able to identify which human that need help or needs to give your robot a command. Okay, so in this setup, the robot will be inside the arena and there will be more than one operators inside the arena. So the robot should be able to identify any person need help or would like to give the robot command by itself. Okay, it has to be identified by gesture, identified by words, and so on. And also, there are another subtasks also because your robot need to keep the house clean. So that means if it can find some items that on the floor, the robot should be able to identify that and ask the person close to that object to pick it up, put it in trash bin, or put it back to the place it's supposed to be. Okay, so this is the enhanced general purpose service robot. So for the more advanced subtask is to be able to identify a person that would like to give the command to robot and then also keep the house clean. Other than that, it's quite similar to the GPSR. Okay, and here's the score defined for each subtask in these tasks. The third one, the restaurant. This one is quite different from other tasks in terms of the environment, because this one will not be, your robot will not perform inside the house environment that we mentioned earlier. This one will be the environment that we keep secret. You will not see the environment, the setup of these tasks beforehand. So we would like to see the performance of your robot in order to navigate in unknown environments. That's why we will hide the setup from you, and you will see this right away when you perform these tasks. Okay, so the task will say that your robot have to be a waiter in a restaurant. So we should be able to identify which customers that would like to give the order. Maybe you have to identify by gesture or identify by words which customer would like to give an order, and then the robot have to navigate to that customer, take the order, and then deliver this order to we call the barkeeper. Okay, and the barkeeper take the order, deliver the food items. So your robot have to serve that food items back to the right customer. So this is the overview of these tasks. And I would like to repeat that again. That for these tasks, it will be in the different environment than other tasks, and we would keep this secret until the day or the slot that your robot needs to perform on these tasks to make sure that your robot can navigate in unknown environments. Okay, so here's some more detail. You can read in more details here. And the last one, the last task for the stage 2, which is stickler for the rules. So for this task, your robot is assigned to be a rule keeper. There are some basic rules defined, which are, let me see, here. There are 4 rules that your robot need to make or keep this rule valid. And there will be at least 5 guests, humans inside the arena, the house environment. And some of them, most of them actually, try to break these rules. So your robot needs to be able to identify and locate the person who breaking the house rules. The house rules include the first one, no shoes allowed in the house. So if you can detect guests or any person wearing wearing shoes inside house, the robot should warn and then ask that person to take off the shoes. The second rule is the forbidden room. So in the house, there will be one room marked as the forbidden room. So there is no any human allowed in this forbidden room. Okay. The third one is the no littering. So if you can find some trash or some items on the floor, you should be able to identify that and then ask the person that is closest to that trash to pick it up and then throw it in the bin. And the last one is compulsory hydration. So you should, every guest was assigned to holding some kind of the drinks all the time. So if you can find any guest that staying with empty hands, you should go to that person and then offering and ask him to grab some drink. So these are 4 rules that your robot need to keep. And not just go and identify or give or warn the person about the rules that they are valid. Your robot have to make sure that human will follow the order, the command that your robot give also, not just go and say you should do that, but also have to monitor if that guest follow the instruction that your robot give to them or not. Okay. And that's all for the second stage. In the final, for Malaysian Open in 2025, we would like to make a theme that your robot need to perform complicated tasks. So in this final, we set a theme that on the final day, your robot need to be able to help a person in preparing dinner. That means your robot need to be able to navigate around the environment, finding objects, finding food items, can be able to manipulate those items, and also can be able to interact with the host in order to find objects, deliver the objects, and so on. So this one will be more complicated than other tasks in stage 1 and stage 2. But we haven't finalized the detail yet, but this is the theme that we would like to make on the final talks in the at-home RoboCup. Okay.
All right, thanks a lot, Mr. Somphop, for the very detailed explanation on the rule books. So I believe like a lot of information now in the head of all the, maybe at least I can see like there are quite some newcomer, if I'm not mistaken, like they might have a lot of question or inquiry in your head, but no worry. Later on, we will open up the floor for you to ask questions. But before you ask question, maybe I want to show some additional information, right, to support what Dr. Somphop have explained to you so that you can have a better idea, because I have prepared a few video for your reference. Okay, so let me show you some videos. All right, so just now I stopped here. Right, so I have some video that might help you. So I have compiled some information, right? So taking the information from 2019, for example, it's quite old information, but it is good for as a reference. We actually have a lot of tasks previously in at home in stage 1. But what I want to show you is basically just now when you heard the explanation of Dr. Somphop for the first time, you might have an idea that this at-home competition is very complex. Well, it's very complicated and a lot of details and what to do and what not to do and how to do, etc. So a lot. The reason why the rules is so, how to say, it's not very straightforward, right? And then it have a lot of it cannot write exactly. For example, like one concept, maybe if you remember just now in the video, that when we design the competition for at home, we design in such a way that we want to develop the robot to be very adaptive, very versatile. Because a very basic idea is you want your service robot or your robot to help people in any kind of environment, right? Because a very common understanding is every home looks different, okay? Your living room, your neighbor living room can be totally different. But to serve, for example, like to entertain your guests in the living room is a common task that all the robots are supposed to be able to do, regardless how your living room change. That is the reason why when we design or when the technical committee design the rules, it have to write in such a way that it have a very general perspective about the task, and it cannot actually have too much detail. For example, like it won't give you the measurement or the color of the sofa, all right? For example, like it cannot give you, for example, like what kind of object exactly, for example, because for example, just a mineral bottle, for example, a mineral bottle from Thailand and a mineral bottle from Malaysia can look very different, right? So that's the reason why the rules sometimes sounds very not easy to understand, because sometimes it can be very big. But the idea behind is we want to have a rules that push forward us to develop a robot that is versatile and useful for daily actual application. So that's the reason. But another point that I want to show you is this is the actual result of 2019 for the International Open Platform League for at home. So you can see not many teams can solve all the tasks, and in fact, some of the tasks they actually score quite poorly. All right. So it's because when the technical committee designed the game rules, it is actually designed so that we have room of improvement. Because you need to remember that we want to use RoboCup as a platform to promote scientific and technology advancement. So which means you want to set a goal that when everyone do, it has room of improvement. Okay, because if everyone is getting 100% of point, which means we already solved the problem. There's no more problem, right? So there is no more room of improvement. That's why the task is getting more and more difficult over the year, okay? But that is also the way how we can use this competition platform to push forward our R&D so that our robot can be better and better. Okay, so don't feel scared or don't feel intimidated when you look at the rule books where it sounds complicated, because all the team are trying their best to improve their skill or the performance of the robot in order to score the point. So I show you this is the actual score sheet from 2019. So some team, they focus on certain tasks, and I would like to show you the video. For example, just now we mentioned about Receptionist, if I'm not mistaken. Right, so let me show you. This is one of a very good team in the world, okay, which is the Team Homer. They score very well. They are the top 3, right? So let me show you how they perform the receptionist task, sorry. And I remember Dr. Somphop just now mentioned about this task in stage 1. Right? Okay, so we can have a look.
Approximately half a meter behind my body. Please stand on my right side. Dear party guest, this is Max. Her favorite drink is beer. Max, on the left side of the couch you see John. He likes Coke. I will now point to a seat you can take. There, you can sit on your armchair. I am driving to Endurance.
Red mal nicht mit dem
I completed the direct action. Please open the door. When you are ready, say, I am ready. Please tell me your name. Okay, Charlie, what is your favorite drink? Thank you. Please follow me to the party. Follow me approximately half a meter behind my body. Dear Charlie, please stand on my right side. Dear party guest, this is Charlie. Her favorite drink is chocolate milk. Charlie, these are John and Max. John likes Coke and Max likes beer. I will now point to a seat you can take. There, you can sit on the right side of the couch.
Richtig, wir haben noch eine Minute. Are you trying any bonuses or are you done?
No, we're done.
Okay, go for it. Nice job.
Okay. All right. So yeah, so this is exactly the video footage that been taken in 2019. I think it's 2019 for the receptionist task for Team Homer for the receptionist task. Okay, right. So you can see first we can realize that the environment is very noisy. Automatic speech recognition is very challenging. All right, to make the robot understand what the human instruction is. That's why just now Dr. Somphop did mention that in the rulebooks we have this UX machina, which is a way you can use alternative approach to actually interact with the robot. For example, you can use a QR code or other methods with some reduction of noise, etc. Okay, just in case that it's too noisy and your speech recognition is totally out. You cannot hear any instruction at all. Okay, so that is one thing that I would like to say. Another thing is like you need to understand that the participant, you can see the operators and the teams, they are actually from different backgrounds. So their pronunciation, their slang can be not perfect British English as well. So yeah, that actually add a lot of difficulty to the task, but that actually reflect the actual situation, the real world problem, all right? The noise and all those things, like the lighting system. Of course, as an organizer, we try to give you the perfect environment for the competition, but we need to keep in mind that there is no perfect condition in real world. Okay, so there's always whether the floor is 100% flat, whether the lighting is 100% bright ups, and so on. So that are the challenges in at home that I think is very meaningful if we're able to make the robot successfully carry out the duty. Okay, so this is for the receptionist task. Let's look at another task, which is a stage 2 task, more complex task. So in stage 2, you can see like it's even harder to get scores. For example, Homer was on the top that scored very high in restaurant. So this was the video. Okay, so let's look at how the restaurant. And just now, so I think like Dr. Somphop tried to highlight that this restaurant task was operated in the condition that the team actually have no idea where this task is taking place until about 1 hour before the task. So which means the team have no chance to actually make any mapping. Okay, you have no map information about the environment, but yet the robot need to be autonomously able to navigate around the environment and serve as a waiter. All right, okay, so let's enjoy the video.
Start the game.
I will start looking for the kitchen by now.
Ja, das habe ich gesehen. Boah, ich hoffe, dass jetzt irgendwann Teil kriegst.
I will look at the person now. Dear customer, I am ready to take your order. You did not finish. Please say, finished. When can I bring you in? I understood your order there in cereals. Is this correct?
No.
I'm sorry I misunderstood. Please repeat your order. What can I bring you?
Beer and noodles?
I understood your order there in noodles. Is this correct?
Yes.
I am driving to kitchen by. I have a noodle on my fingers. There and noodles. party. Who's wrong order? When you holding on the order, please say finish. Here you go. I got that. You get the next one.
Okay, so basically, yeah, kind of. So those are the video of the actual situation. Okay, so so before I proceed, also I would like to open this to have a bit short discussion. Okay, maybe I need to go back to this. All right. Okay. Right. So Dr. Somphop, yeah, I would like to open this for any inquiries from the floor if anyone have anything you want to ask. And also I would like to invite also just now Dr. Somphop mentioned about part rate. So do you have any additional information that you would like to add?
Actually, I would like Nopanath, maybe he can share his experience. Maybe he can give some tips or hints for our competitors. Nopanath, you still here?
Hi.
Okay, you are in the space.
It's just my background. Okay. I participate RoboCup since 2022 for at home league and the open platform league. I think the tips for the open platform league is maybe you need to design your robot that fit with the rules of the competition first, because you cannot design the perfectest one that it can do everything that you want, but I think it's just the perfect fit for only the rules in that years. And I think you need to learn more about the task. Like if you read on the rule book, I think it might be you cannot imagine what the robot will do. It's like the Professor Jeffrey showed a video that you can find that video on YouTube. They have so many video on the YouTube that each team that post they perform in the task in each task, like such as sticker for the rules, the restaurant task, the carry my luggage, and you can find it on the YouTube. Every team post it like to show their robot performance, and I think it's might be a lot things that you need to do is you need to ready from home. This mean the RoboCup at home is you mean you need to ready from home. But because as the Professor Jeffrey told, the arena is unknown for you. You will see the arena at the setup day, and everything is very dynamic. The furniture, the things, the object on the that in the rooms is not similar that you see in the last year or another years. They can change. It means you need to prepare yourself to training your AI to changing some strategy of your team that you can fit from its talk. And I think the most important thing is the teamwork, because I know that not only one person can do this thing. Like if no one know everything. I think you need to talk with your colleague, with your team members, that okay, you want to do this by this way, and you can search the GitHub of the International League, the World RoboCup. At home in the GitHub, they have the GitHub of every years. You can see the scoreboard. You can find the object, like the example object that you can use it for testing your robot at your university or your school. And I think it's have so many information about the at-home league. The rule is so complicated. I think you need to focus on each goal that you want. Like if you do the carry my luggage, you know your team cannot do these things. you can take some score from that, like is the partial score. You can select some and you use the Deutsch Egg Machine to skip something that you cannot work. Sorry, that you cannot do it. And it means you can get the score. Yeah. As the Professor Jeffrey showed in the score point of the last year or the another years, I think it's impossible to get the full point, but some team get it in the last 2 years. But it's very impossible to get the full point of every task. Even the winner of the RoboCup every years, I think they didn't get the full point of every task. It means you need to focus on what you want to do, what you can do, and what your robot can do. You can select the task. You need to have the strategy to play the game to get the point. But I need to tell everyone that the knowledge is very important than the score. If you need to create your new knowledge, you need your new innovation to solve the task. But sometimes I think the point might be important, but less, but it's not important as the knowledge that you get. Because the RoboCup at home, they are the community that they want to develop the innovation, they want to develop the technology, they want to develop everything that people can do with the robot. I think if you fix everything on the competition, I think it might be done work. If you ask to your colleague, I think there are some people is participate in the previous years and they know if they fix something might be changed in the room, the object in the table can be changed in every trial. The object in the rooms can change in every teams. Your team's object is not the same as your previous the previous team that participate before you or another team. Everything is randomly. But if that on the field and in the competition day, if you found some solution that can solve your problem, I think you can do it. But it means you need to bet on the score and on the referee that they will change the room, they will change the environment or not. I think the dynamic things is very good, but it's very hard to do. I know it. And as you can see on the video that Dr. Jeffrey show, you can see the robot can instruct the people like guest please stand on my right, guest please stand on my left. In the RoboCup at home, they have only one rules that the robot can instruct the people only. When your team in the arena that you compete the task, you cannot instruct anyone in the room. Only the robot can. But it depends on the people in the rooms that they will follow the robot or not. But I think mostly they will follow the robot. Except that in the task, like the sticker for the rules, they have the exception rules that people can do the things that the robot asks them to do or not. It depends. And I think the at home might be some. I talk to mostly students in Thailand or in another country. They told me that at home is not fun. Like if you see the soccer, if you see something might be the fast thing, you can see the robot move, the ball will go get the goal. But in the at home, I think it might be used in the real world. Like you can put this robot in your home for your senior, for your family to service them, like in the elder community society now. But it's fun because you need to find the solution, because they didn't have any fixed solution that okay, you use this one, it will work. I think it's not might be the things that you can ask in another robot. You can find in another robot competition, because at home is very dynamic things in the competition. You can see the robot can help people a lot, and you make it real. Okay, thank you, thank you everyone.
Right. Thanks a lot for your very. I can feel your experience in at home. So for everyone information, like KU team was they have won like many awards in at home, especially the Pepper Leagues as well, and OPL they also did very well. So they have vast experience, and yes, indeed very true. Because personal, I myself, I also enter at home. And all the while I have been working on at home development. So at home might don't look as fun as soccer, but the development is very meaningful. Okay, I would say like whatever that you develop, the chances to make it into a product is very high, because like in at home we are solving very difficult question, like how to make robot help us to do housework, for example. If, for example, you can solve maybe just 1% of the total task, yeah, a lot of chances that you can make it into a profitable products, etc. So that's why it's very meaningful that we focus on this. And we can also say in at home, we are actually working on the state of the art. If you cannot find any teams in at home that can solve a particular task, which means that task is not able to solve by anyone in the world, right? So I think that is very good for us to encourage everyone to join at home. So I look forward for a good event. So, and also I think like Dr. Sombon and also Dr. Pat will join us this August. So if you have any question more, you can of course like interact with us, or else I would also like to proceed with some more information for the content today. Okay, so this is at home, so we already have this. So I will go through this, and I would like to show one just like a advertisement time. So we actually partnership with one local company as well. So Dr. Noah Azmi, he and his team actually promoting this Qatar robotics, and they have promoting this open source. Okay, so this is an open source base that work on VM, work on Python, Raspberry, and work on ROS and ROS2 and Intel, etc. And they have a big community that is helping us. So for all the new team outside here, when you want to start building robot for at home, the first thing you will do is to build the base. Okay, and this might be one of the place that you can start. Of course, they have a lot of program to help you, and if you are interested, you can always contact Dr. Noah Azmi. And he is also in our Discord, and you can find him in our Discord. And yeah, if you need any help, they are our partners, and they already committed to help our community. So yes, if you need any help, yes, feel free to contact him, or you can contact me. I will link you up with him as well. All right. Okay. So Dr. Sompon and also Pat, do you have any more to add, or else I will proceed with the next section.
I think ask the competitors, or the one who is interested. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
Okay, all right. So thank you, thanks a lot. So I'll proceed with our agenda. So so we have a long discussion today about at home, so everyone understand that the difficulty or the complexity of at home. That's why actually in about 10 years ago, in 2015, so me and actually Dr. Kanjanapang and a few of us from Japan Open, we started this, what we call the at-home education. So why we started at-home education? Because we realized that it is so hard to join at home, right? So we want to make joining at home or developing robot for at home more accessible for more people. So we started this at-home education. We try to, okay, let me read the definition. So at-home education is an educational initiative that promote learning of physical AI, artificial intelligence, while service robot development. It is a regional community-driven effort to bridge junior and novice major team into at-home league. So we are here to help anyone who want to join at home. So we have a lot of resources, and we have gathered a lot of resources to help so that more people able to join at home education. All right. So you can look at the rules, you can find example source code that you can help you in your development in GitHub and our YouTube channel as well. All right. So in collaboration with KU also, like in year 2022, which that year Thai RoboCup Thai actually organized the International RoboCup in Bangkok, right? So during that time, I am very pleased that we work together with RoboCup Thai committee member to do an at-home education workshops to actually promote this effort, right? So and to our surprise, one high school team from I think it's not high school, it's a middle school team. Yes, one middle school team from Thai actually joined the workshop, and to our surprise, these 14 years old kids can actually develop at home and join the competition. All right, so they have very nice to make us this video, so please have a look.
Hello, we are the Neophyte.
Hi, I'm Natanisha from the Newton Sixth Form School. I'm 14 and I'm currently studying in grade 8.
Hi, my name is Tiratas Asavat Rimchai. My nickname is Ultra. I'm an 8th grader from Shrewsbury International School.
My name is Nitcha Patkurkitwanit. You can call me Sand. I'm 14 years old and I'm currently an 8th grader at Shrewsbury International School, Bangkok.
My name's Chachalin Lerdyotpadin. You can call me Chai.
Before the competition, we attended the workshop at Kasetsat University. It was the first time we experienced what real service robots were like.
I don't think I can find a chance to attend a university level camp like this anywhere else.
Me and my team get started about RAS and Jupiter Robot. We were taught about nearly everything we needed to know for the competition.
As a teacher, I think the Jupiter Robot is a great tool for the students to develop their skill in the robot programming and AI development.
After the workshop, we went straight into the RoboCup at Home 2022 competition. There were 3 tasks: carrying my luggage, find my mate, and receptionist. They were very challenging to us, not only because of what the robot has to do, but also because of such a short period of time we had and such little experience we had at that time.
This year, World RoboCup is held in the Bangkok. This is a very good opportunity to the students to improve their skill and experience to use the robot and AI function.
For the RoboCup competition, all the challenges were very hard considering our age and our limited time, but we managed to pull through with our team and finish them.
We were also the youngest ones among there, with me being the youngest one on our team. The experience we had at Bitech was truly amusing and really sociable.
I liked the environment in the event most since everyone was friendly and we all had different fun activities to do. It was all very lively and fun, and I would like to join this competition in the upcoming year.
This competition also taught me a lot how to work under pressure and how to keep myself calm while dealing with all the tasks. I think it was a very remarkable experience.
Okay, so I want to show this video to all of you just to make you feel confident. All right. So in RoboCup Malaysia, so we are committed. So ever since last year, we have the at-home category, and we also have the at-home education category. But for at-home education category, it's only limited for first-time participation. So which means if you are the first time joining at home, we welcome you to join the at-home education, which is we have how to say more user-friendly judging, all right, to help you, and also the number of tasks and everything is relatively simpler compared to at home, so that we try to facilitate beginner teams to actually build up their confidence through competition. And then after the first year, you have joined at-home education, then you are confident, you have your robot, you know, you have the experience in the competition, and the following year, you can start to join at home. So that is the purpose. So we commit to organize these two in RoboCup Malaysia, and this year we still have these two. So for all the university or colleges that you plan to join at home, we recommend you to always consider to join both. Your junior team, which is the totally beginner, join at-home education. And for those who have 1 year experience, the second year, the following year, you can join at home. So that should be the best combination, that so that your team can grow among or within your institution. Because like you always need a team. Like just now, Pat already said that we need a team to actually build a robot for at home. So you have the senior team into the at-home, and also the junior team start to learn from the at-home education. I think that is the good arrangement. And always feel free to discuss with us how you want to build your team. And yes, we can always tell you or give you some suggestion how you can form your team and to make your team development more sustainable. Okay, so that is basically for at-home education. All right, then I'm going to show you the next one. Okay, wait. Okay. Right. So this year, we are actually introducing one more event branch out from the at-home, which is what we call the at-home simulation. Right. So at-home simulation aims to evaluate how well intelligent robots can engage in natural and friendly communication with user and achieve various support behavior in daily life environment. The competition is designed based on the SigVerge simulator that enable robots to make embodied and social interaction in virtual reality environment. Competitors submit their software of service robot on cloud server, and then human test subject in real space interact with the robot in a virtual space to evaluate the interaction support ability. Okay, so that is the standard introduction I taken from the website. But the purpose why we started this at-home simulation in this year RoboCup Malaysia is because we last year we actually got a lot of feedback that it is not easy to build a robot for at home. Yeah, we admit that it's not easy. It's not only not easy, but it's also very costly, right? So we understand, and a lot of teams, especially students team, they want to start learning by building the software first, right? So there is actually a way, which is this one. So simulation means you no need a physical robot, all right? You don't need a physical robot. All you need is you just need a laptop that we will show you how to put in all the software. Okay, the software that we use here, especially the SigVerge simulator and everything, ROS, everything are all open source. So you don't need to pay any single cent for the software. So you can just install the software and you can start your at-home robot development, right? So you can build your robot in your virtual environment. And the best part about SigVerge or this at-home simulation is the virtual robot is actually interact with a real world human. While what we call the, we have the VR devices that you can have the immersive experience that you can, like now it's very trendy, like, a lot of Android glasses, Google glasses, and also the Apple Visor, etc., or those kind of things, right? So we have those kind of technology, and we are using those kind of technology to actually connect real-world human interaction with a virtual environment robot, right? So that is the environment background of this at-home simulation. So we try to use this platform to create an at-home competition that we can compete with just virtual robot. So this also open up this platform to more people, more new teams. So if in case you are from the computer science department and you have no experience about building robot, you don't know how to handle mechanical stuff or electrical stuff, yes, you can also join at home by joining this at-home simulation. I put down the rules and GitHub and stuff for you, but I'm going to show you some video so that you can have a better idea. And for your information, this year at-home simulation, we are designing in a hackathon style. Hackathon style means you don't need to learn anything beforehand. Okay, you just need to register. You come here. The first day, we are going to do the workshop for you. So the first day you bring in your laptop, we are going to show you, we have trainers that will show you how to install the software, how to link up all the robot controller. So we have two parts. One is the Unity, which is the VR environment. Another one is the ROS. Okay, ROS. So ROS will be used to control the robot, and then we will use the Unity to create the virtual environment. And we will show you this during the first day. We will give you the tutorial, the sample code, and let you. We will show you what are the challenges on the third day, so that on the second day you can start working with your colleague to see how everyone to use your creativity and also your technical skill in programming to actually solve the task. Okay, so that is the at-home simulation hackathon this year in RoboCup Malaysia Open 2025. Okay, so there are actually 3 tasks in at-home simulation. Let me show you the video how it looks like. The first one is called Handyman, and this one look very, very similar to the GPSR, General Purpose Service Robot in at home. So just now Dr. Somphop have show you in stage 1 task, we have the GPSR. Stage 2, we have the extended GPSR. So GPSR is a very classic and very, I would say, very OG task in at home, because basically you just tell the robot some instruction and the robot's supposed to do it. All right, so that is very challenging for a home service robot. So we have something very similar in the simulation, and this is called Handyman. Okay, so the Handyman look like this in Simverge and in at home simulation.
ルール説明を行いたいと思います。
Right, so I'll explain along the way. So you can see in front of us this environment. This is the Unity environment. Okay, so in Unity environment, we actually create the home environment, very similar like in at home. So we have the living room, we have the furniture, we have the operator. Operator is the human behind. We have the robot, right? We have the robot, and then we have the object. So you can see everything that just now we mentioned in the rule books appear inside here, but it's in a simulation setting, right? So currently the robot is in a home environment, and just now the human have given a instruction. So the instruction is go to the living room, grab the toy duck and send it to the white side table. Okay, so very, very similar to GPSR. So you send that text from the operator to the robot, and then the robot will try to understand this instruction and try to control the robot so that you can interact with the virtual environment and to see if you can complete the task. And you can see currently the robot is colliding with the table and it's not getting the object and so on, so you don't get the score. But just now the robot got the score because it successfully traveled to the living room, etc. So this is how we can actually do GPSR, but in a simulation way, in a VR. So finally, the robot successfully grabs the toy duck, which is the target object, and you got point, right? And the scoring is also automatic because we know every single detail in the simulation world, so we can actually automate the scoring. So after it took the toy duck, then it's supposed to send it to the white side table. Hopefully this is the white side table. Yes. So yeah, I'm not sure if this is correct. So if this is the correct one, then the robot's supposed to be awarded with the point or fail. So apparently like this is not the correct one. Okay, so this is how Handyman look like. Okay, so during the hackathon, we will show you how to install the software, how to install the software on both Unity side and ROS side, and we will show you the template, how to move the robot, how to navigate, how to detect object, how to grab the thing, and then it is your job to write the robot intelligent so that when every time receive some instruction from the operators, human operators, your robot will automatically carry out the task so that you can get the point. So basically, this is how we do for Handyman. And we have second task, which is interactive cleanup, but I don't think we will do all the tasks for this hackathon. Most probably we only do Handyman. Okay, but just for your information, I show you what we have because this is the standard task that we have in Japan Open. All right, so in Japan Open for the at-home simulation, so we have this interactive cleanup. Okay, so maybe this one is a bit longer. So the interactive cleanup is the robot have to interact with a real human. So you can see in the sub-view 2 on the lower right-hand side, we have a human that is going to show some instruction, but not by words, but by body language. Okay, so you can see. So now the human operator is pointing on certain object, right? So the robot have to observe this body gesture and try to understand which object is supposed to pick up and which the object is supposed to be, or which target place is supposed to be dropping the object, etc. So there is no verbal communication over here, but the robot have to understand the instruction based on the human body gesture. Okay, so just now it's based on word, and now it's based on body gesture. All right. So this can only happen in a embodied 3D environment because without the 3D environment, there's no way you can demonstrate your body gesture and also for your robot to actually understand the data or the information in 3D space. Okay, so basically this is the task 2 for at-home simulation. Okay, then we have task 3. Task 3, I cannot find the introduction video, but I found the actual competition video, right? So the actual competition video, the task 3 is called human navigation. Okay, so human navigation is also very interesting, but this time it is the robot that gives the instruction to the human. So you can see the actual human is on the lower right-hand side down there, is wearing the Quest 2, okay, which is a VR device, and also holding the remote control. So this real human is controlling the avatar inside the virtual world. So you can see there's actually a human avatar walking inside the living room. And what the robot is trying to do is observing the human and give the instruction. What instruction is given to the human is every time the system will tell the robot what object to pick up. Okay, but the robot only know the XY position of the object. Okay, so how the robot will translate this XY position into human understand form? Because if I tell you, please take the object at X155, Y256, human cannot understand this kind of information. So the objective of this task 3 is how you can turn that XY coordinate into something that human can understand. For example, you know at that point you are actually on top of some table and that table is beside some cabinet and so on. So based on this real life environment information, the robot can generate human understand language to explain to the human so that the human operator will follow the instruction and complete the the object manipulation task. So basically that is for human navigation. So you can see all 3 tasks involve a lot of interaction between human and robot, and we need very high intelligence for the robot to actually interact with the environment to complete the task. So these are the 3 tasks. And of course, we have one more task in the at-home simulation, which is what we call the technical challenge. For the technical challenge is basically you are doing very similar like the final challenge in at home. Okay, so you are showing some advanced stuff apart from the competition. So for example, over here, they actually do the studies or research on how to automatically generate the human speech just now based on the XY and also the environment information, etc. So this is part of the at-home simulation, the technical challenge. So this year, for example, let me show you. Okay, so yeah. So yeah, very similar. So this team try to figure out some way how to generate, then after that you do the demo. So for the technical challenge, it's basically some additional innovative development that you have worked on this at-home simulation system, and you present your idea and also your actual working prototype during the technical challenge presentation. So it's a presentation style, and then we will have judges to give you score to see how much you score for your technical challenge. Okay, so that is the how we judge for the at-home simulation technical challenge, right? So combining all those three up there, right. So combining all those three, what I want to say here is like this year we are going to do this for the at-home simulation, but we are going to do it in a hackathon format. So whoever that interested to join this at-home simulation, you just need to bring your laptop and come to the venue. So what we will do is we will have a trainer to show you how to set up the system, software system. Then after that, give you some tutorial on how to control the robot, and then we will give you the task. And basically, I think this year, I still need to update with the OC of this at-home simulation, but we will at least do one task, which is this handyman. All right, so you can imagine that this will be the challenge for the at-home simulation hackathon. Okay, right. So basically, I have finished explaining all the tasks, all the link for today. Let me go back to maybe not here, but here. Okay, so we have at home, we have at home education, and we have at home simulation hackathon, right? So these are the three main link that we explained for this afternoon session, and we are also coming to the end of the time. So I would like to open up the floor if you have any question to ask us regarding the link or how to join or what to join or anything that you are not clear. Yeah, feel free to open up and discuss with us now. Okay, if you have anything you want to ask. Any question from the floor? Any question? Yeah. Anyone? No question? Yeah, I saw like some of you coming from some local universities and so on. I'm not sure which league you are interested to join, but I hope that you got enough information. If you have anything you want to ask, feel free to ask us. Is there any question? Anyone have any question? Yeah, for our friend from Thai also, please spread this. And if you're interested to join the simulation also, we welcome you, right? Yeah, okay. Yep. Okay, so if you don't have any information, any question, so we will go to the last part, which is, yeah, we need to close this session. So, but before we close, very important. So how to join? Okay, so ultimate purpose of this outreach is we hope all of you to join us in this August. Okay, so we already laid out all the information on our website. So if you have any general inquiry or general question, for example, like how to join, okay, or how to register, or all those things, all right, you can always scan the QR code on the right-hand side, and that is the WhatsApp contact of our secretariat. Yeah, basically Miss Cindy will answer you. So she will, and the secretariat team will support you in terms of all the registration method. And even if you have question about, for example, your travel, your visa, for example, for our foreign friends, you want to ask about hotel, buses, logistic, anything, all right? So you can just contact Miss Cindy for our secretariat team to assist you in joining RoboCup. And also, not only joining as participant, but if you want to join us and maybe you don't have a team, you are not in technical field, etc., we are still welcome because we need a lot of event staff as volunteer. We also need a lot of OC, okay? We need a lot of volunteer OC. So feel free to join us. Our friend from overseas also, yes, we also welcome you if you're willing to come as our OC or our event staff to support us in running the event. Okay, so please contact us for any discussion or any matters. And also for the technical inquiry, okay, just in case that after today's you still have problem about the rules, you want to join the simulation, but you're not sure what you need to prepare, how the game rules will look like, or what kind of things you need to expect. For example, like you want to join the hackathon, but you're not sure if you have enough programming skill and so on, join the Discord, all right? Because the Discord server, we have all the OC inside there currently, and myself, all the technical team is inside there, and all the participating teams supposed to be in there as well, okay? Because all the communication between the OC and also the teams will be done inside there. All the announcement, including when your competition, your score sheet, your competition schedule, everything will be communicated in the Discord. So for everything technical matters, please discuss in the Discord. All right. So please join Discord and I'll see you in there. All right. And also please don't forget to change your name and also to your name and also your team name so that we know who you are, so that we can assign a proper role for you to access to certain, because there are some private channel that is reserved for example, the OC discussion and so on. So we have different channel for that. So please join and then introduce yourself so that we know you and we can start our discussion inside there. Okay, so I think I have finished everything that I would like to say. Okay, so once again, if you have any question, you can ask, or if anyone got anything to add. Cindy, you have anything to add? No? Any more? Like Dr. Somphop and then Pat and any other friends out there? Any of you have anything you want to add?
Thanks for coming for today and looking forward to see you guys on August 14th.
Okay, great. Okay, all right. So last one, maybe, just a habit. I want to show you our website. Okay, right. So our website is this one. All right, so all you need is just type 2025 robocup.org.my. Okay, so this is our website. Everything is over here. You go to join, registration is over here. This is how you register. All right, if any question, you can contact the secretariat. The major league today we have at home. If you want to find the rules over here. If you want to know more about simulation over here. If you want to know about education over here. All right, everything is over here. Okay, then that's it. All right. Okay, so for the registration, remember you can download the form from here. All right, you can download from the form from here. Download. Okay, after you download, you just need to fill up the form. Okay, fill up this form. Right, after you fill up the form, you go back to this page and you go to the submission. So you're supposed to send this submission form together with the Excel file that you have completed. All right, you attach here and also you attach your payment records, everything. And send it to us. Right, so basically that is the 3-step for your registration. Right, so if you have no other things, we would like to end this session. Okay, so thanks a lot for all that coming. Thanks, Cindy, for the hosting. Thanks, Dr. Somphop and also Pat for the supporting. We appreciate a lot. And I'm very grateful for the friendship with all the Thai friends over here that's supporting us. And this year we are doing in Perlis, so it's very near to Thai border. So I really hope we can celebrate this event together, okay, between us, Malaysian, and also all the Thai people together. Okay, so thanks a lot. It's a very nice afternoon event and we have covered all the details that you need to join the event. Okay, so we look forward for your contact. Please join the Discord, discuss technical stuff with us. Please sign up, register, or if you want to become the volunteer, contact the secretary as well. Contact with us. Arrange all the travel, lodging, hotel, everything that you need to travel. Yes, contact us and we can do it together. All right. Okay, so yeah, that's all. Thanks everyone for coming, and for you that is watching on this video later on, please join us. Okay. All right, and hope to see you in this August in RoboCup Malaysia Open 2025. Thank you very much.
Thank you everyone.
Thank you. See you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.